Hey, Hoff here. Let's do this little sound check. Make sure everything is back up and running. Hopefully that wasn't too loud. I think I blew out everyone's ears last week with the first few seconds. Sounds pretty good. Sounds pretty good to me. Let me know if it sounds good to you. So yes, welcome to Hoffcast. I'm doing another stream tonight because last night my rig went down. This thing is possessed. I swear this laptop battery is possessed. I woke up this morning, had it plugged in all night, turned right on. It's working fine now. So hopefully it holds up and it doesn't just crap out on me out of nowhere, like it did the other day. So I'm keeping my fingers crossed. If I just go missing, you know why? Because this thing is not trustworthy. But I think it's been holding up all evening. So cheers to that. Cheers to you all. Merry Christmas again. I wanted to do this show last night, but last night's show, I had to do it from my phone. I didn't even know if I was going to do it. It ended up being a very, very fun time, like a hangout. Very, very, I'm glad it happened. It was more just like a casual time. Always a great time having Billy the Kid on. I will say I am a little tired tonight, so I'm going to try to keep this one a little bit more concise, but we do have a lot to go over. Speaking of Billy the Kid, he's here. Great to see you as always, man. Glad you could be here again tonight. Miss Stephanie, thank you again for being here. Always a pleasure having you all here. So, yeah, hopefully this holds up. It's going to be a fun time either way. Not if it doesn't, it's not going to be a fun time. I'm going to be very mad. But you won't see that because I won't be here. And thank goodness you wouldn't want to see that. You wouldn't like me when I'm angry. We got good old Matt Brooks here. Thanks for showing up, man. Always glad to see you as well. So I don't know I can't remember if I mentioned this last night or not. I kind of have a plan that I'm going to do either starting next week or at the beginning of the year. Don't worry, the Hoffcast live stream will still happen every Tuesday at 8:30 unless something like this happens and I have to postpone it or redo it or do a different one or whatever. But I'm planning on doing an audio only podcast, like an uncensored thing that I'll put up because I already do have the audio versions of some episodes of these streams on iTunes and Spotify and other places. I can't remember all the places. It's like 9 different places that I have it up on. And so I want to start doing an audio only podcast that I'll record every week, maybe about an hour long. That's just on like maybe one topic, and I can just go off about it. I don't have to mince words like I do on here, So that's my plan. That would be a really fun time, I think. And maybe get that going. So the old Hoffcast podcast. That's what I'm talking about, baby. That's what I'm looking forward to. Next week's episode is going to be Hoffcast, basically the year in review. We're just going to go over all the crazy stuff that happened in 2021, everything from Astro World to tornadoes to, all the stuff that even happened way before that. It was such a crazy year. It'll be fun to kind of go back and try to pick and choose all the crazy stuff that happened and go over that. So I'm excited for that next week. Cheers to everyone that's here. We'll get started with something fun, start off light. I don't know how I even came across this the other day, but it's this video. Have you guys seen this video? This guy is he's the Raccoon Whisperer, is what he calls himself. And this video has like 23 million views, and basically he brings out a bunch of hot dogs, and these raccoons just look at that. They swarm him. And they look like they're very appreciative. They're each giving each other a turn. He's like, yeah, you get your wiener, you get a wiener. Everybody gets a wiener. We're all wieners here. But yeah, they look like they're not gonna hurt you. Like he trusts them, like they're friendly. But I don't know, man. I think I'd be a little freaked out if I had a pack of raccoons on me. I don't know about you guys. I don't know if I'd be as calm as this guy. He's got his raccoon hat on. You gotta love that. He actually got a raccoon hat. And he bought like 20 pounds of hot dogs that day, he said. And because he gets these raccoons out there like every night. He's got 1 million videos on his channel. But this guy they swarm every night. He goes out there, he sits down, and he just throws wieners at these raccoons, man. Rakins. Yeah, I just thought that was something fun to start the show with. Nothing serious there. We'll actually want to do a couple other fun, kind of fun things while we're at it, and then maybe we'll start to get to more serious related subjects and whatnot. This one is kind of in the same realm as what I want to talk about tonight. Where's this one at? Here we go. This one is funny. This is from the Babylon Bee, so it's satire. It's not a real thing, but the headline is White House decorated with touching Christmas message, "You will die." And that's going to, into the dark winter stuff I'm probably going to bring up. I'm definitely going to bring up later in the show, and just this whole dread kind of attitude and vibe that the White House and Brandon's given off, so it's crazy. Let's read some of this. It says the nation's capital grew even more festive as the White House unveiled its facade lit with a resplendent light display spelling out the touching message, "You will die." Not wrong. I mean, we all die sometime. It says the holiday message of light and hope comes at a dark time for our nation, as millions of Americans have chosen to ignore scientifically rigorous government lobbyists and refuse to get jabbed against a virus with a 100% mortality rate. Our country needs a message of hope from its leadership during this dark, deadly, perilous, disastrous, corpse-strewn winter season, said White House Press Secretary Jen Psaki. That's why the president chose this message, so all Americans can hold their heads high unless they're unjabbed, in which case they will surely die. And that's why they decorated the White House like that. Brandon has reportedly already tasked staffers to prepare a New Year's Eve fireworks show that will fill the sky with the message, "All is lost." So yeah, that's I can see that being real. It's almost it's not. It's, like I said, it's not a real thing, but I could almost see that being a real thing. I really could. And speaking of Brandon, I wanted to take a look at this. If I can find it. There we go. So this one is from the New York Post here. It's a protester shouting, "Let's go, Brandon," interrupts Pelosi event. A protester shouting the viral anti-Brandon phrase, "Let's go, Brandon," interrupted remarks by House Speaker Nancy Pelosi on Monday, touting the $1.2 trillion bipartisan, we'll see, infrastructure spending law in her hometown of San Francisco. Video of the incident showed Pelosi attempting to make introductions at a press conference with San Francisco mayor. With an off-camera voice was heard shouting, "Let's go, Brandon," and chanting USA. While several people turned to look in the direction of the heckler, including Pelosi, briefly paused her remarks. The speaker did not, and of course she didn't. But yeah, let's watch this.
This is it. So in any case, mark this on that. For the state legislature. This is it. So in any case,
absolute mad lad.
Mark this on that. For the state legislature. This is it. So in any case,
it's so good. It's so good. That is hilarious. Absolute mad lad. They hate that chant because they know what it means, and it's like you can just say it, and it's not vulgar, but everyone knows what it means. FJB, baby. Let me see. Billy Kid said sounds about right with this administration. I think he's referring to the last article that I was looking at. Matt Brooks says Biden thinks $1 billion at home test will curb COVID. See, that's the crazy thing is like they're saying right now there is clown Brandon for sure. like the numbers are up right now, but it's also because tons of people are getting like tested right now because it's the holidays and people are traveling and people want to, like that's why you're going to get higher numbers. And even, and those tests are allegedly, sometimes not as, they're not as close to what they should be accuracy wise, as they say, allegedly. This is just stuff, the inventor of it says himself. I don't even know if I can mention that guy's name. I'll probably get a strike. Matt Brooks says freedom of speech. Amen, brother. My cousin's name is Brandon. I have one of my best friends named Brandon, actually. He said, he always says he's going to watch the show, but he never does. I hope he's watching right now. I don't think he is, but it'd be cool if he was. So yeah, if you want to fight the man in a funny way, just shout, "Let's go, Brandon," like that mad lad right there. A true American patriot, a true hero in my eyes, Matt Brooks says false positives. Yeah, those happen. And that's actually something that I wanted. That's a great segue into something, my man. Let me pull that up here. I'm going to find this one because this is it's relevant. I was wondering earlier this week, I had this question in my head. I asked myself, I said, Hoff, how do they know the difference between which variant that you have? How do they know that? How can they tell the difference? Because we've never really seen any evidence of that. They've never really shown us. In my opinion, I haven't seen it. Maybe they have, and I just haven't seen it. But it's not readily available if it's out there, because you think they'd be putting that in place, stuff all over the place. What's up, Turbo Turd? Good to see you, man. Good to see you. This is High Pure Bloods. And yeah, that's a bot right there, obviously. Not Matt, but that other comment that I'm not going to highlight. I know Matt's not a bot. I've talked to him. You can watch us the stream on this channel. But anyways, back to this. Yeah, good to see you all. I'm glad you're all here. Cheers once again. Hope you're enjoying the holidays. But I was asking myself, I said, Hoff, how do they know the difference? So I looked this up, and so you could know the difference between what variant that you have when you get tested. And this article, it's from WebMD, so it's trustworthy. But it is WebMD, I'm just saying. Want to see what COVID strain you have? The government says no. The government says no, man. You can't see that. Why would we tell you? We're not going to show you that. The government says no, man. We're not going to tell you. We're just going to keep it a secret and just say that you're positive. So this is from September 24th. Every day, more than 100 blah, blah, blah. But no matter how curious they are about which variant they're fighting, none of them will find out. The country is dotted with labs that sequence the genomes of cases, and the CDC tracks those results. But federal rules say those results are not allowed to make their way back to patients or doctors. They only stay in the labs. How... and they don't do all of them. I don't think 100% of them aren't going to these labs, are they? It says, according to public, like I said, this was in September, but this says, according to public health and infectious disease experts, gotta trust them experts, this is unlikely to change anytime soon. I know people want to know. I've had a lot of friends or family who've asked me how they can find out, says Aubrey Gordon, PhD. She says, I think it's an interesting thing to find out for sure, and it would certainly be nice to know, but because it probably isn't necessary, there's little motivation to change the rules. Why is it not necessary? I believe it's very necessary. Clear up a lot of things, in my opinion. Just in my opinion. because the tests that are used have not been approved as diagnostic tools under the clinical laboratory. Look, this is WebMD talking. This isn't Hoff. This is I'm reading this from WebMD. All right, it says it right here. Because the tests that are used have not been approved as diagnostic tools under the Clinical Laboratory Improvement Amendments Program, which is overseen by the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services, they can only be used for research purposes. Interesting. In fact, the scientists doing the sequencing rarely have any patient information. You think that would make a big difference too? You think that'd make a big difference? That would make a huge difference. I'm not saying they should have access to it, but if you would volunteer it, I think it would help. If people would volunteer to answer questions, and I don't think they should go in there illegally and do that, patient confidentiality and whatnot, but like if you did try to research that, it might help. I'm not even one of these experts here. I'm just spitballing. I'm just sitting here in my living room spitballing, man. I think I'm coming up with some good ideas though, better than these clowns. It says, in fact, the scientists doing the sequencing rarely have any patient information. For example, the lab at the University of Michigan focuses on viral evolution and currently tests for variants, but this is not done for the sake of the patient or the doctors treating the patient. He says the samples come in and they've been de-identified. This is just for research purposes. Not much patient information is shared with researchers. But as of now, aside from sheer curiosity, there's not a reason to change this. Although there are emerging variants, including the new Mu, I don't even remember that one. And recently, Delta accounts for about 99% of cases. Until now, we got the Omicron. In addition, treatments are the same for all patients, regardless. And that's the thing. There's not like a one size fits all, in my opinion, for this. I don't think that's the way it should be. And you see the results of that, and it doesn't go the same for everyone. Ask Eric Clapton. There would have to be some clinical significance for there to be a good. See, what are they talking? They're just making stuff up now to try to get out of, I don't know, lying, in my opinion. Even with validation, it is too time-consuming and costly to sequence large numbers of cases. The reason we're not doing it routinely, so they don't even know. The numbers are not even close if they don't do this routinely. There's no way to do genomic analysis on all the positives. It's about $110 to do a sequence. It's not like a standard test. There's a hypothetical situation that may warrant the release of these results. If a variant emerges that evades vac jabs. This was September, It says before the Omicron, I believe. So this is interesting. That would be a real public health issue, he says. You would want to make sure there aren't variants emerging somewhere that are escaping immunity. It's almost like they saw it coming. Ladies and gentlemen, it's almost like they saw it coming. Billy Kid says, hard to show us what does not exist. Amen. So that Turbo Turd says that alone is enough difference to say no, people being herded. So, yeah, I can't read this one out loud because actually I did a video on this and it got me a strike. I think one of my first strikes a few months back. But you can read that out loud for yourself. I just can't read it for you. But that is a great comment right there. But that's true. Yeah, the video that I did, I got a strike on that bad boy for saying those words right there. So I don't want to make that same mistake, but I'm glad that information is out there. I think I got it on. It might be on my BitChute channel, or maybe I just lost it altogether. I think it is on my BitChute channel, which I forgot to plug earlier. So check out Hoff's BitChute channel. Link is in the description below. There's all kinds of videos on there that aren't on YouTube because they would get me taken down. So that's what I'm trying to do with the podcast as well. Is kind of do like an uncensored thing where I don't have to say jabs or whatever. Or just saying, it'd be fun. So what else we got here? Speaking of that nonsense, let's bring this up while we're still on that subject. Here we go. So I'm sure y'all heard about this one, right? You know, old Wokahontas over here and Cory Booker test positive for the deal. Wokahontas in Massachusetts and Booker, New Jersey, both Democrats, said they were jabbed and had received their boosters. They got their boosters. And yet they still tested positive. That's interesting. Because I know a lot of people who have not been jabbed who do not have it. But it's just what I see. You know, it's the whole world. You know, there's different things happening all over the world. I understand that. Two prominent senators, blah blah blah, announced separately on Sunday that they had tested positive with breakthrough case. They always call it breakthrough now. It's funny. It's hilarious. Call it a breakthrough case. It's like it's so rare. It's happening all the time. It's happening constantly to these people, nonstop. Like ridiculously. And they always say it's rare, it's breakthrough. I don't know about that. And I think they're twisting words, if you ask me. News of the cases came barely a day after the Senate left Washington for the year and ahead of a planned address by alleged President Brandon to the nation on Tuesday, responding to the rapid spread of the Omicron. Ooh. Both senators, of course, called on the public to get jabbed. Isn't that ironic? I mean, they got no other way out there. They already dug themselves into a hole. They got nowhere else to go. Of course, they got to keep promoting. She said, let's just read the tweet, you know, because, you know, Twitter. I don't have a Twitter. I thought about getting back on there and wrecking some nerds, but I just don't know if I can do it, man. I hate Twitter. It's so aggravating. It's vile. It's disgusting. Reddit's almost to that point, and I know I'm a piece of shit. I still check Reddit every now and then. I'm a piece of shit. There's some subreddits I still like. They're all right, but I know Reddit as a whole, man. If you're on Reddit, you're a piece of shit. So she says here, I regularly test for the Corv. And while I tested negative earlier this week, why would you regularly test if you have all your jabs up your ass there? Why? What is going on? And do they believe themselves? Like, what is the deal here? This is crazy, man. They lie to themselves even before they lie to us. And that's what's crazy, allegedly. I regularly test for the Corv, and while I tested negative earlier this week, today I tested positive with a breakthrough case. So rare. Never happens. She said, thankfully, I am only experiencing mild symptoms, and I'm grateful for the protection provided against serious illness that comes from being jabbed and boosted. That's the thing. Like, we all know, you know, this virus is asymptomatic, can be asymptomatic. And so that means you can go anywhere from testing positive and not having any symptoms at all to basically, you know, going all the way to the 6 feet underground. You know what I'm saying? So there's no way to prove with individual cases if these, in my opinion, there's no way to prove that if you wouldn't know the difference if you were jabbed or not, if how sick you would get if you tested positive, because it runs the whole gamut, the whole spectrum. It goes everywhere from anywhere from no symptoms to, you know, you're in a box. So how do they know that if it's protecting, or how do they? That's what I want to know. They don't even know what variant they have. I'm certain without them, I'd be doing much worse. You wouldn't know that. Mr. Booker said in a statement. I encourage everyone who is eligible to get. See, and they're still saying it. I learned today that I tested positive after feeling symptoms. On Saturday, my symptoms are relatively mild. I'm beyond grateful to have received 2 doses, and more recently a booster. And I'm certain that without them, I would be doing much worse. You don't know that. You don't. There's no way to know that. There's no way to know that. Alleged President Brandon will address Americans on Tuesday, blah, blah, blah. He will announce new steps the administration is taking, while also issuing a stark warning of what the winter will look like for Americans that choose to remain unjabbed. Oh, it's going to be a dark winter. Mr. Brandon has both sounded an alarm over Omicron this month, while also, I can't even read that. It says expressing optimism. I don't think that's true at all. I don't think anyone sees any optimism in this administration, I really don't. It's weird that's even a phrase that's being said right here. Said that the fast-spreading variant would not set back the progress the country has made. For the unjabbed, the president said on Thursday, which I think I have this video up somewhere. He goes, "We're looking at a dark winter of severe illness and death. If you are unjabbed for themselves, their families, and the hospitals will soon overwhelm." But there's good news. There's good news. If you're vaccinated, you had your booster, you're protected from severe illness and death, period. Not what I've heard. It's not what I've heard. Matt Brooks says, imagine it's year 2026 and you're going to get your 16th booster. Now there's 28 variants. You got to get your boosters. You got to get 4 a year. You got to take your pills too. 2 pills a day. Or else it'll get you. Or else you're a fucking bigot. Dark cold. This is ridiculous, isn't it? Billy Kid says propaganda is real. We have evil people representing the people. Yeah, it is. Propaganda is it's the big stuff, and then Obama signed that act basically that allowed propaganda to be legal in America. So thanks, Obama. Brooks says Brandon wishes you happy 4th of July. Yeah, I remember when the White House had that tweet earlier this year where they were like, what the price of a 4th of July meal was like down 13 cents or something. And what are you talking about? I think it was 4th of July. It was like something around that time. It was down like 13 cents, but gas is up like $4. Like, what the fuck are you talking about, Brandon? What are you talking about, Brandon? Billy says every booster is a software upgrade. Well, I mean, if you believe in the theories of like the 5G interacting, that's a theory. That's don't strike me. Don't strike me, YouTube. It's a theory that people say about the 5G interacting with the different chemicals and these things, Miss Stephanie, great comment right here, responding to what is on the screen where Brandon said, if you've had your booster and you've been jabbed, you're protected from severe illness and death. Period. This guy's been on the record a couple times now of saying that these things do more than they do. But Miss Stephanie says that famous opera singer died this week, and he had both. I did not hear about this. So, once again, what you talking about, Brandon? She said it didn't help him. No, it didn't. Did it? Did it hurt him? I don't know. He gets his holidays mixed up. Dementia. You talking about me or Brandon? Because I just got mine mixed up too, I think. Who knows? I don't think I have dementia. I just think I drink too much. So yeah, that's what's going on with that. While we're still on those subjects, we're right in the meat of it right now. I found this to be disturbing. Let me find this one here. So this was
Today I'm also announcing that
this is Michelle Wu announces Boston City workers face new vaccine jab mandate. And as you can see here, I got the old plug-in that shows you the downvotes. And, I'm going to add to that. So this is just done with such disdain and spite, in my opinion. I just feel like it's and even the Chicago mayor Lori Lightfoot, Lori, the Chicago mayor, whatever her name is, Lori Forehead. She said that this is done intentionally, basically to punish the people who don't want it. So, Billy Kid says Carlos Marin dead at 53. I was scared. I thought you were going to say Cheech Marin there for a second. I was going to be scared. And then I'm not going to read that out loud, but you can read it. And Miss Debbie says that's right, Billy. Matt Brooks says Boston's no better than New York. Yeah, they're starting to see. I might move. I mean, I live in Ohio, so I think I'm doing okay right now. But I don't know. I'm scared one day they're gonna, That's a weird text message I just got. That's weird. I just got a text message from this random number, and I opened it up, and it says, the president, I've never got a text from this number before. It's like a government thing that's being sent to everyone or some shit. I don't know. It says the president just the U.S. Home Government Support Program, and then there's a link there. I don't know if you can see that or not. That's weird. I don't think you can see it because of the reflection, but I don't even know what that is. That's weird there. But yeah, you're starting... Let me know if you guys get something like that, or if I'm just getting some spam. It's probably these bots that are in my chat right now. Which, speaking of, I need to wrench a couple of you people, you lovely people, so you can take care of this stuff. I need to figure out how to do that again. We'll figure that out later. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna get Billy a wrench, of course. Yeah. I think Ohio is still pretty red. The governor, he seems to be on the fence sometimes. Old DeWiner, he seems to be on the fence about some stuff. He's a little shady. I don't trust him fully. Sometimes he does something good. Sometimes he's like, I don't know. He looks wormy, in my opinion. He's always got that lady, whenever he's saying something on the news, he's always got that lady next to him doing sign language. I swear, if you've never seen this, I don't have it up. I wish I could show you, but I don't know if you've ever seen Mike DeWine. He's like this old guy. He's got gray hair and glasses. And there's this lady that stands next to him doing sign language for what he's saying. She looks just like him, but with like a wig on. It is hilarious. It's like I don't know what's going on. It's like a glitch in the Matrix or something, but it's bizarre, and it happens like daily. It's his like and why do even have those people doing sign language all the time in these videos? Like, is it to distract? I mean, closed captioning exists. How many deaf people are going to these gatherings? Are there that? I didn't know there were that many deaf people. I have met deaf people. I just didn't know that there were that many, that they were required at every single gathering, and that they wouldn't just be watching closed caption. Because that's been a thing for a long time now, a very long time. That's not, and this whole sign language thing is like new or something. I don't know. I got texted in Vegas saying I was exposed to something. Oh, shit. That's crazy. Whoa. That's weird, man. That's really weird. Whoa. That is bizarre. Matt Brooks says that every county in Ohio is red except for Cincinnati or Cleveland. Yeah. In Ohio, or Columbus, where I live, I think it's mainly blue. Here they have the Gay Pride Parade, on High Street every year. So I think they're kind of blue where I live. It's very diverse where I live, extremely diverse. All the kinds, I'm like the minority around here, to be honest. It's kind of, I don't know. It's probably statistics on that. Mayor Wu, what could go wrong? Yeah, this is gonna be crazy. Miss Stephanie said, just press the dots next to our names. I think I can figure that out here. No, it says put user in timeout. I don't want to do that. Well, yeah, we'll get back to that later. I'll try. I'm going to figure this out. I will. But let's watch this video. I don't know if you guys have seen this or not, but this is just the way they talk, the way they say it. It's, these people are just insane. They're really sociopaths. They're psychopaths. They're killers. They're criminals. They're fakes. They're frauds. They're phonies. They're probably controlled from the top down. Some of them might have a gun to their head making them do this. Maybe they owe money. Maybe they could be blackmailed. I don't know. It seems a lot of them do have dirt or their skeletons in the closet. But just this, to be able to come out and say this with a straight face and be serious, it's just like, in my opinion, so wicked and so evil.
That all City of Boston employees must be vaccinated along the same timeline. I want to note and thank everyone who works for the City of Boston, because we are already at more than 90% of city workers vaccinated under the existing policy, which has either a vaccination or weekly testing option. So we will be removing that weekly testing option to move for full vaccination. This is a response
Removing
that
that
is
option
rooted in science and public
because
health.
you have. So they're like, there's no option where you have to. You have to. They've been cornering us this whole time. And Mr. Jones, Mr. Alex, from the Wars of Information, he's been saying this since the beginning. He said he made the what's what I'm looking for, like the comparison of it's kind of funny, but also, I mean, it's when you hear it, it's like, whoa, that's kind of a extreme thing to say, but it makes sense, So it's basically like a kidnapper, basically forcing someone into their car and saying, just get into the car and everything will be fine. And as soon as we get to where we're going, I'll let you out and you can go free. But they get there and just put the handcuffs on. You'll be fine. Now, okay, just go in here for a minute, go in this house, and we're just going to sit down for a minute and then I'll let you go. Let's go down to this basement here. This is where I need you in your handcuffs, and just go down to this basement. And that's where they get raped and killed. So it's just cornering. It's cornering. It's bullying. It's gaslighting. It's manipulation. It's sick. It's fucking sick.
Like health, and we need to take every available action to protect our city's residents, businesses, and institutions. Over the past few weeks, our team has looked at cities around the country to consider the most effective steps to encourage vaccination and keep Boston and our greater Boston region vibrant and open to all. We've spoken regularly with leaders in New York City, which instituted their vaccine requirement months ago.
Well, there you go, New York.
We've also spoken with leaders in cities and towns across the region, some of our leaders here today, to ensure we're building and sustaining a regional response. To be clear, this is just one step in an aggressive approach that the city has already been working hard to implement.
This is just one step. This is like a big step, if you ask me. And she said an aggressive approach. This is just so evil. It's damn evil. And then you got fucking Penn from Penn and Teller over here doing her sign language shit. Look at this guy, dude. He looks like fucking Penn from Penn and Teller.
Continue to ramp up in the coming days and weeks. But given where we are at this moment, it is absolutely a necessary one.
See, it's a distraction. I didn't even hear the last shit she said. I was too focused on Penn rapping, shadow rapping. So yeah, how evil is that? My opinion, that's just absolutely makes me sick, basically. I'm so mad. No, actually, I was just thinking. I was trying to figure this out. That was a dramatic pause, and I didn't mean it to be. I was just looking at this. I got a video related to that. Protesters here in Boston over the mandate. I'll give. I don't want to give an upvote to CBS, but I'll just leave it be. There's more upvotes.
Protests erupt at City Hall after
You love to
Boston's
see it.
mayor announces new vaccine policies. The mayor outlined stricter new requirements for anyone who wants to dine out in Boston or work for the city.
And this mandate impacts nearly all indoor places. Starting on January 15th, you have to prove that you're vaccinated to enter restaurants, bars, gyms, and entertainment venues.
So everything.
As WBZ.
Everything. And they're making this for children at the age of 5 they're requiring this. How insane is that? There's that story where they gave those kids a couple months back, they didn't have the right, they had adult and they didn't have the kid ones, and it's like less of a dose so it doesn't hurt them. Instead of just not giving it to them, they gave them like half of the adult dose thinking that would work. I think the kids were all right. I mean, the kids are all right either way. They're very strong immune systems, you know, unless they're on the spec. Well, I don't know if that affects immune system at all, but I don't know enough about that to say. But the kids are fine. But it's starting with kids of 5 years old and up. They're forcing this in order for them to go eat. So you can't go eat, you can't go work out, and you can't go see movies, concerts, anything like that, unless you get this forced into your butthole.
BZ's Christina Hager found out a lot of businesses support the move.
At the Huntington Theater and Calderwood Pavilion in the South End, they've been requiring proof of vaccination for months.
Vaccine checks have been going very smoothly.
It's all out of control! Protesters were close to drowning out the speakers at Boston Mayor Michelle Wu's news conference.
Welcome to the People's Building. I just want to emphasize.
There's Penn rapping.
There is nothing.
Man, he really went
American
downhill.
than
Dude,
coming together
they're
to
booing
ensure
so hard.
We are taking care.
Is that, am I hearing that? I didn't hear that on the last video. Are they booing hard?
Welcome to the People's Building. I just want to emphasize. There is nothing more American than coming together to ensure that we are taking care of each other.
The mayor announcing
You don't, no offense, lady, you don't even look American. You look like you've been plotted here from China, allegedly, to do the bidding of the commies, CCP. And now you're telling me how to be an American? Get the fuck out of here.
the city's
Building.
Listen to the people.
I just wanna
They don't
emphasize-
want this, man. I didn't know. They didn't show this in the other video. I didn't know that there
There
were
is
people
nothing
just
more
booing the
American
shit out of this bitch. And
than
she's
coming
scared for
together
her
to
life.
Ensure that we are taking care of each other.
This is
mayor
Penn's
announcing
big
the
moment,
city's
though.
new
The sign language guy, that was his. He knew he was on TV. He's like, I'm gonna sign language the shit out of this. This is my big moment. I'm gonna get better gigs after this. I'm gonna wear my best vest. You know, this guy right here, I'm gonna have my best vest on, wear the green, and I'm gonna be just like my hero, real showman, Penn from Penn and Teller. No bullshit. I would not want to have a conversation with that guy. I wouldn't say have a beer with him. You know he doesn't drink. If he does drink, you know he drinks IPA.
Coming together to ensure
Ugh,
that we are
IPA.
taking care of each other.
The mayor announcing the city's new policy that employees will no longer have the option to produce a weekly negative COVID test instead of vaccination. And secondly, a vaccine passport plan at restaurants, fitness centers, theaters, and sports venues for all customers 12 and older and employees. The timetable is the same for everyone. Proof of 1 shot required by January 15th and 2 shots by February 15th.
Papers, please. Papers,
Protesters
please.
who crowded the city hall lobby had started.
How is this freedom? How is this freedom? You can't come in here unless we see your papers. You gotta get your boosters. We gotta see your papers.
outside.
And if you take someone's job away, it's essentially you're taking the roof over their head, you're taking the food off their plate.
We're really happy to have you on.
The owner of Duov Restaurant in the Back Bay worries it could be food off his plates.
this is really going to hurt consumer confidence.
There's another timetable for younger kids ages 5 to 11 who will have to show proof of full vaccination starting May 1st.
Holy hell, that's sick.
And there's also a list of surrounding
That
towns.
is fucking. If I lived here, I'd be moving. I'd be planning to get my ass the fuck out of there. That's fucking disgusting. The kids, dude. Gosh, not even old enough, man. Like, they give babies like an HIV shot as soon as they come out of the vag. Did you know that? That's insane. Like, and why? So weird. Like, unless maybe the mother had it or something, but maybe she should be tested first, and then the jab would be decided accordingly afterwards. But just coming into this world and immediately just jab. There's your HIV shot, bitch. Have fun in life. Hope you don't get the tism. No offense to anyone with it.
Similar policies now, including Somerville, Cambridge, Arlington, Brookline, and Salem. In the South End, Christina Hager.
So, yeah. What a shame, man. What a shame. What's the world coming to? It's kind of scary. You know what I mean? It's a little scary. And then I think here I have I got the one of Lowry Forehead light. Never get her name right. Lowry Forehead. This is her. She's the most evil one. She's a Chicago mayor.
New rules. Ben and Lourdes, how bad is COVID in the city of Chicago right now? Know someone who has COVID right now. With that in mind, the city is implementing tough new mitigations.
Tough.
To slow the spread of the Omicron variant, Mayor Lightfoot has ordered new vaccine mandates on
Mayor
businesses. Beginning January
Oh, that's her
3rd,
last name,
proof
Lightfoot.
of COVID-19 vaccination
Lightfoot.
will be required at indoor dining establishments, gyms, and entertainment venues where food or beverages are served.
There's no denying that we are in a fifth wave of COVID-19.
There's Lowry Forehead.
This new wave is seemingly more deadly than the last, spreading faster and causing profound harm.
Under Mayor Lightfoot's order, businesses will be required to develop and keep records of their protocol.
I would not
for
live under
enforcing
this
the
bitch's
vaccine
reign.
requirement. They'll
She's
also need to
she's
prominently
insane.
post signage of the mandate.
To be clear, I
Shay,
have not
what's up,
been this
man? Glad you could
concerned
make it.
about COVID-19
Glad you're here. As you can
since
see,
the early
everything's up and
days
running.
of the pandemic. If you wish to live life as normally as possible, with the ease to do the things that you love, you must be vaccinated in the city of Chicago starting January 3rd.
Not all
Damn,
public
dude. Shit's coming down like a grade school teacher on you or some shit. Like, yeah, like
venues
she's
are
your
included
mom. Fuck
houses
that,
of worship,
dude.
grocery stores,
What a-
locations in O'Hare
fucking
Airport or
cunt.
Midway Airport, residential or office buildings, soup kitchens, and schools are excluded. Officials
Well,
say
soup
you've
kids, of
gotta
course,
act.
you know.
Building
Okay, so
stores,
okay,
locations
wait a minute.
in O'Hare
Wait,
Airport.
all right. So these are not included in here. Let's turn the closed captioning off. In this bitch's reign, houses of worship, grocery stores. Of course, they got to keep the business in there. You know, they got to keep money flowing through there. Damn, that's crazy. They only want to enforce this on probably smaller businesses to force them to do this so they get less business. Not these places like Walmart or Target or anything like that. No, you can go in there. You don't have to. You have to wear a mask. You have to have boosters. The airport, of course, not. There's too much traffic through there. Residential or office buildings. That's only probably to ensure that they don't actually have to get these things themselves. Soup kitchens. That's an odd one. Seems like that's one place you would want people to be. It seems like one place you would want people to be taken care of, unless they're talking about the homeless, I guess, which they're not gonna help them at all, unfortunately. Why would they? Why would they? And schools, I guess that's nice. At least schools, they haven't gotten there yet. You know, it will. They will though. They're already saying if you're 5 years old and you want to go to like Denny's or something, you gotta get jabbed and boosted. You can't come into Denny's. You can't have a grand slam. Let's just watch this bitch again, dude. She makes me so mad. She makes me want to be a patriot.
Served.
She
There's
like
no denying that
she
we
makes
are
me
in a
want to
fifth wave
fight.
of COVID-19.
And I don't mean it in violence. I
This
just mean
new
like
wave is
do what
seemingly
I
more
do.
deadly than the last, spreading faster and causing profound harm.
Under Mayor Lightfoot's order, businesses will be required to develop and keep readily post signage of the mandate.
To be clear, I have not been this
So
concerned.
look at that. They give
about-
you like that fake CGI. It's the computer generated thing of this of what it's supposed to look like. It's a fucking joke.
COVID-19 since the early days of the pandemic. If you wish to live life as normally as possible.
And then
With
she
the
got a sign language guy over here too. Big Terry over here. You know, Big Terry doing the sign language. And this is his big moment too.
Is to do the things that you love, you must be vaccinated in the city of Chicago starting January 3rd.
Not all.
It makes me
public
so
venues are-
mad. It makes me so mad. I don't know if it makes you guys mad, but it burns me up watching this shit. It makes me like, I'm not scared, but I just don't know what to do about it. Do you know what I mean? Like, this is insane. And hopefully, like, I think America's just going to segregate eventually, you know? Billy Kid says Mayor Force. But I think we're really going to like, we're going to be like definitely not the United States of America, probably the divided. We're already the divided states of America. Look at this shit. We got like completely different rules going on, like Florida and Texas. And let me tell you what, baby, you want to fight though is the thing. Like they win if they take over and they force people to move out and they have their reign over these places. They win. So how do we fight this? Like the only way to do it, I guess, is to get involved in like your local councils and whatnot. And I mean, heaven forbid vote, even though who knows what that's doing nowadays or if it ever did. But you know, try to get involved, I guess. I wish everyone would have like I wish everyone who had these opinions had their own shows and their own voices out there and talk. And I don't think I'm like anyone special for doing it or doing like what I do sometimes. And I don't think I'm a hero or great or anything. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying I think everyone should be getting out there. It's the least I could do. I'm not really even doing that much proactively. I'm just on YouTube. I'm just an idiot on YouTube. I'm at least trying to bring awareness to this stuff. I'm trying to learn myself as well. So, and I don't know. I think that's important for people to try to do is just bring awareness to these things that they want hidden, you know, and have a place to go talk and grow our numbers and become more united against this tyranny. Because I think that's what's most important right now. Because it's getting bad. It's getting really, really bad, especially you can see in these places, forcing 5-year-old kids to get this shit. Miss Stephanie says they're doing the schools here. I've seen parents excited for whoa, that's weird. She says kids to have it. It's disturbing. Yeah, that's very disturbing. Wow. Oh, those parents. Oh, those are weird. They shouldn't have kids, in my opinion. They should not have kids. Really said Texas for its own nation again. Yeah, I think it's heading in sort of that way. I don't know. It's things are getting crazy. Things are getting real crazy around here, everyone, ladies and gentlemen, guys and gals. Things are going wild. These people, these people who are in power, people who have power, like these governors, like Lowry Forehead, Forehead Lowry. I can never get her name right. People like her and Wu-Tang Clan. Someone else put that in the comments. Who was that Wu lady? Matt Brooks said Wu-Tang Clan. Yeah, these people are in power. These nut jobs. They know that they have the power. They have the reign. I don't know but also I think they're, like I said earlier, they are. It's from the top down. You know, I think some people. I think there are people pulling the strings on these people as well. I think it goes way up there, and I can get real deep on that. I go everywhere from George Soros, the Rothschilds. You know, actually, probably shouldn't say this shit. I should say allegedly, just to save my own ass. There, you know, I won't be back ever. Hoffcast will never be back if I don't say allegedly. Matt says, "Wait, that's a woman." I know, shocking, right? Looks like Don King. Yeah, we got Don King and and Mike Tyson over there, Big Terry. Hello, Christine. How are you doing? He goes, don't they call her Beetlejuice? Yes, they do. Yes, they do. It's a very appropriate nickname. I forgot about that one. Yeah, don't say her name 3 times, or you'll she'll appear in your home and you'll get jabbed. You have to show your papers. Oh, I remember Beetlejuice on Howard Stern. Yeah, that guy, the guy with the crazy teeth. Yeah. I don't watch Howard Stern. That guy went nutty too, just like Stephen King. They all went off the deep end. You know, he's a big jab promoter now, saying people who don't have it deserve to die and whatnot. So, yeah, I don't really. A lot of these people, it's weird how the way some people's careers went, right? Like Seth Rogen. I talked about that for a while with the Santa Inc. stuff, and like just I don't know if they show their true colors or if they're getting paid a lot of money from these studios to do this stuff, and then they just have to run with it. They're like, yeah, I'll do it. Michael Caine, I'll do it. But I think I don't know. The fact that they defend it, and the only way they can defend it is by calling everyone else a racist, a bigot, or a homophobe, or whatever, just to defend their shitty works. It's really telling of the kind of people they are, and that their art is nothing really to defend if they have to go to that bottom of the barrel bullshit to say it's not me that's wrong, it's the audience that's wrong. How could I be wrong? I've never been wrong before. People love Superbad. People love Knocked Up. I've never been wrong before. Sarah Blackface Silverman, she's never been wrong before. How could she be wrong now? Fuck them. Shane says she's a creature. That's for sure. That's the bit of the swamp that needs to be drained right there. No doubt. No doubt. Christine says, yeah, I remember her letting her city burn during the riots. I mean, peaceful protests. That's right. Allegedly riots. I saw peace. I saw tranquility. I saw love and kindness. All I saw was people coming together for a good cause during those times. I didn't see any fires. I didn't see any windows being knocked out. I didn't see any looting. I didn't see any death, killings. I didn't see anyone getting hurt. I didn't see any of that. It was peaceful. And if there was any of that, you know, like old homo Cuomo, I shouldn't say that. Cuomo, I should not say that. Excuse me. And that's not meant to be offensive at all. That was just a joke. But old Cuomo there, saying, you know, that protests don't need to be peaceful. So there you have it. You know, he said it, but I didn't see any of it. All I saw was peaceful protests. I didn't see any death or looting or rioting. LaSween Machine, I'm glad you're here. I did check out a bit of that video. I'm gonna have to put more time into it because he sent me a comment earlier about this video he wanted me to watch. I did bring it up. I need to get more into it. I want to watch the whole thing. It's kind of long, and I spent a lot of time preparing tonight because I didn't have the last 2 nights to prepare for this show. So he said, LaSween Machine says, Blackfoot and her posse dressed up as Corvid-themed superheroes on Halloween. Yeah, I remember that. She had the cape on and the mask and shit, dude. It was the most bizarre shit. Can we find a video of that? Let me try to find that video, because if you guys haven't seen this, it's so bizarre and it's so, you got to see it. You have to. I'm sure I can look it up. I should look up Lightfoot. Superhero. I'm sure that's a good way. They like it whenever you rub their backs a little bit. Rona Destroyer. That's what it is. I'm gonna wait for this ad to play and I'll bring it up. It's only a 5-second ad. This is bizarre shit right here. If you haven't seen this, if you have seen it before, it's still entertaining to watch it and make fun of. All right, look at the downloads here. I'm going to add to that. 157 up to 552 down. So yeah, watch this. Thanks for bringing this up, by the way, LaSween, because I forgot about this. This is funny.
trick-or-treating will be happening in Chicago this year.
Holy crap, dude. He's got a Clorox, like, smock on.
Yeah, that's Chicago Mayor
A
Lowry
cape says
Lightfoot
Rona
coming out in
Destroyer.
full
I'm a Rona
costume.
Destroyer,
Cape
but
and mask
Corona.
is the Rona,
Light.
as in Corona Destroyer, handing out candy to reporters and staff
Wow.
at her daily news conference.
With the
Trick-or-treaters will be
gloves.
asked to stay in groups of 6 or
And then she
fewer.
did a whole speech like
Avoid
this, from what I
sticking their
remember.
hands into any candy bowls, and of course, wear a mask with a mask.
And this other lady's got
over
it too.
Your mask.
And then she did a
That's it.
speech. That's just bizarre. That is just bizarre. Rona Destroyer. What else can you do but laugh at these people? You know, I just get mad or upset if I don't laugh at them. Yeah, she wasn't wearing the mask in the last one, was she? Nah. It's all propaganda. It's all propaganda. Sween says, what do you care about is under Solutions Watch. Yeah. Last time you thought I was talking about Stephen Colbert? No, complete opposite. Oh, did I think that? I'm sorry. If you said Corbett and I thought Colbert, I apologize. Sometimes I drink during the streams and I might I might get words mixed up. I apologize for that. But yeah, check that out. Definitely. That's always good stuff right there. Christine says she's going to spread the moronic. Yeah, the old Omicron, the moronic. Matt Brooks says, I hate her. A lot of people do, I believe. A lot of people do. Same as Emmanuel and Rod Blagovich. I'm not familiar with those people, but they sound like nice people. If they're anything like her. Shane says more like City Destroyer. Yeah, more like City Destroyer. Because no one's going to want to live there. All the businesses are going to shut down or struggle. They're already struggling. Supply chains breaking down. You got gas prices out the roof. Products are going up. They're hard in price. It's hard to get them. And then you got this fucking Rona Destroyer walking around in a cape and a mask saying, hey, you got to get jabbed and boosted or else you can't participate in societies. Chicago is a lost cause. That's for sure. Unless people get involved and you can change it and vote. But like I said, the voting thing at this point is even crazy. I don't know why people would even put up. I don't know why people put up with this, period. I really don't. I don't know why people are for this. People are just, I guess they're brainwashed. I'm very lucky, and we're all very lucky to be in the right mindset to not believe this shit. We're very lucky to think that the way that we think, because there's a lot of people out there just first thing they hear, that's what they believe, and that's what the story is. And any information that comes after that goes against that, they have so much cognitive dissonance that they will not believe it. They don't want to look at it. They think that you're the enemy. We're not the enemy. We're actually trying to help people. We are. If someone's beyond help, we point and laugh. At least I do. That's not really the moral thing to do, but I get joy out of that. I like pointing and laughing at this lady right here. So yeah, inner circles within inner circle. Yeah, it's crazy stuff. Matt Brooks said they are former mayors of Governor, Illinois, and Chicago. He's talking about those two other people, and that's a shame to hear. If they're just keep voting in the same or allegedly stealing in the same way. Said that Billy says de Blasio just said he will not shut down New York City again. Wow, no, I don't believe that. That's like his wet dream is shutting down. He loves locking down. That dude loves jabs. He loves burgers and fries. He loves locking down. I will be surprised. And like I've said before, most of the time that these people say, hey, we're not doing this, they flip around the next day and fucking do it. It happens all the time. It happens constantly. So it's almost more of a warning of what they're going to do when they say they're not going to do it, because they're probably going to do it, because that happens literally almost every time they say they're not going to do something. Remember when Brandon said he wasn't going to mandate, it wasn't the government's role. Old Nutsack, he said that too, that it wasn't the government's role to mandate anything like this. And now guess what they're doing? They're doing it. Papers, please. And thank you. Have a nice day. Please come in. You're one of the elite. You are boosted. You can come in and eat at Denny's. How lucky of you. Ohio was doing these lotteries earlier this year. That's why I thought the governor was kind of shady here. He was doing these, like, giving out $1 million to people who got jabbed. That's some shady stuff. Where's that money come from? Where does that money come from? Does it come from the jabs themselves? Does it come from taxpayers? Does it come from his own greedy pockets? Where does that come from? Giving out $5 million. They never said that. That's pretty interesting, if you ask me. Billy the Kid said, who would live in Chicago on purpose? That's the thing. Like, if I was there, I'd be trying to get out. I know some people, I don't know. There's a lot of, I think there's deep families that live in Chicago too, you know, like maybe it's just where they grew up, raised, and it's just, you know, hopefully they'll fight against this tyranny. Christine says, thank goodness I don't live in Chicago or Cali or New York City. They've destroyed those places. Yeah, I'd be getting out of those if I was there. Billy Kid says, politicians flip-flopping. Seriously? Nah, that's never happened before. Old Brandon talking about fracking. Depending on what state he was in, alleged President Brandon would talk about fracking, and in one state he'd be like, I am against fracking. And then in the next state he'd be like, I am for fracking. If it was like a southern state or a red state. What a piece of shit. AOC, yeah, that she's like a child. AOC is like a child, like a 4-year-old in like a 30-year-old's body or whatever, you know, like she's a literally, I can't stand watching her. Her eyes freak me out. Her voice is annoying. Everything she says is bullshit. All of her ideas are crap. She thinks that she can fix all the world's problems, you know. That comes from a money tree. That's right, Billy. That's right. Billy the Kid says, we had our first smash and grab at the Barton Creek Mall a few days ago. They hit a jewelry store. No, some people say allegedly these might be set up. I don't know. I'm not sure. But it's weird that a lot of these, the governors of these places who are actually paid off by George Soros, they're the ones getting the money in order to make the laws where if you steal under $1,000 worth of goods, they're not even calling the police. You know, get out of here, take it. We're just going to close down in a couple of weeks, but just go ahead, take $999 worth of crap. Come back. I'll see you tomorrow. Unless we're closed down and out of business, because everyone's doing it now. So yeah, you've probably seen the videos of that too, like that drunk guy at a Target stealing a bunch of shit, and then he walks out and no one does a thing about it. And the CVS's, like San Francisco, that guy who was on his bike and he just had a bunch of stuff hanging off his bike and everyone just got out of his way. Oh, go ahead, sir. Take all of this and enjoy yourself. I'll keep that in mind. I'm familiar with Corbett, but I don't watch regularly. Matt Brooks says, I've been to that mall. Christine seems to like the Corbett report. So maybe I need to do that. Maybe that'll be a project tonight while I'm wrapping gifts after the stream. I will be back in 2 seconds. I just need to grab a beverage. Got to keep fueling right now, you know. I'm tired. This is a little drink's keeping me moving. So sorry about that. I apologize for that delay. So what else we got here? What else we got? Let me take a look. I hope everyone's doing well tonight. Thank you for coming out. I'm not ending the stream right now. I just wanted to thank everyone. I appreciate you all. Love you all. You're awesome people. Every one of you have great advice or at least great insight on everything. So I appreciate all of you. I really do. I'm glad you came out tonight. I didn't know if anyone would show up after doing one last night as well. I didn't want to exhaust you guys with me, but I also really wanted to do this show, the one that I did have planned. But last night was an awesome time, regardless. You know, Matt Brooks says Miller time. Yes, absolutely. Miller time. Excuse me. That's the Miller talk, burping. So yeah, let's watch the actual video. No, not this one. Okay, I need to click off that one. So here it is. Yeah, here's the actual video of alleged President Brandon talking about, you know, the scary dark winter that's coming, you know, and that we're all gonna die. We're all gonna die. If you're not down, you're gonna die. Yeah, you're gonna kill your family. Everyone's gonna die because of you, because you didn't get boosted. Okay.
The team is going to be on television and talking in more detail about what I'm going to be speaking about today. But I want to send a direct message to the American people. Due to the steps we've taken, Omicron has not yet spread as fast as it would have otherwise done. And that's happening in Europe. But it's here now, and it's spreading, and it's going to increase. For unvaccinated, we are looking at a winter of severe illness and death for unvaccinated.
Yikes!
Themselves,
Wow.
the families, and the hospitals they'll soon overwhelm. But there's good news. If you're vaccinated, you have your booster shot, you're protected from severe illness and death. Period. Number two.
Is that medical misinformation right there? The alleged President Brandon of the United States here, is he spreading medical misinformation again? If I said shit like that, I'd get strikes. But I have to say allegedly before everything now. So, but you heard that last sentence there, right?
Soon overwhelmed.
Good news is we got the jabs.
There's good news. If you're vaccinated, you have your booster shot, you're protected from severe illness and death. Period. Number
period.
two.
He says period. Like that. Like that's a certain thing. You don't know that, Brandon. What you talking about, Brandon? What you talking about, Brandon?
Booster shots work. 3, boosters are free, safe, and convenient. About 60 million people have been boosted. So go get your shot today. Go get boosted if you had your first 2 shots. If you haven't, go get your first shot. It's time. It's time.
I noticed that too. He put it up there. I noticed that too, Billy, that he wasn't even wearing his mask right. Yeah, these people they don't even know the rules that they set because the goalposts move all the time, and the mask, you know, it's debated on whether that thing does anything.
If you haven't, go get your first shot. It's time. It's time. It's past time. And we're going to protect our economic recovery if we do this. We're going to keep schools and businesses open if we do this. And I want to see everyone around enjoy that. I want to see them enjoy the fact that they're able to be in school, the businesses are open, and the holidays are coming. So get your booster shot. It's critically important. And if you haven't gotten your booster shot, get your first shot. We're in a situation where we have 83% of the American people have gotten 1 shot, 12 years and older.
I don't know if those numbers are accurate.
Shots per day now. 202 are fully vaccinated. 202 million are fully vaccinated. 57.
More like 202.
570. Excuse me.
Brandon sucks.
I'm not sure.
Numbers are hard.
Number of boosters.
Numbers are hard.
57 million boosters. 1 million a day. So, but the
not a big numbers
whole
guy.
Point is, Omicron is here. It's going to start to spread much more rapidly at the beginning of the year. And the only real protection is to get your shots. If you get 1 shot, you haven't gotten it yet, that'll help. If you're at the point where you have everything, including your booster, you're in really good shape. So move now.
Move now.
Now. Thank you.
Wow. Christine says, okay, what we know, the moronic variant is very mild, so why are we going to die? Exactly. But, you know, the booster don't even protect from it, allegedly, from what they tell. So I don't know what's going on. I think it's all just a bunch of fear mongering, in my opinion. I think, like Billy the Kid says here, it's all a big joke for sure. Bigly joke. Bigly. Keep it, Brain. That's right. Okay, sippy cup, if you say so. Billy Kid says, so do this or we will shut the economy down again. That's all about making excuses for things, and they'll keep playing this game unless we stand up to it. They'll just keep making up moronic variants, and they'll keep making up booster shots, you know? So it sounds like, yeah, it is. They're thinly veiled threats. They are it's blackmail, it's cornering, it's gun to your head mentality, like do it or you die. And it's literally it's fucking insane. It's sociopathic behavior. It is evil. It's wicked. And we have to do something about this. Like, if people just keep complying, it's never going to end. It will never end if people just keep getting jab after jab after jab. The lies will keep coming, allegedly. You know, and it'll just be wave after wave of the same repetition, the same cycle. And we have to get tired of it eventually. I know a lot of us are already tired of it, but when are the people? I guess some people will just comply and they'll just want to be told what to do, I guess. I don't know. I'll never understand that mentality. I'll never understand that. But dang, this is a whole new level where you think even the dumbest of people would kind of question this, you know? You think even the dumbest people would be like, this seems kind of fishy, some of this. I don't know. Maybe they just don't do any other research than read the headlines, and that's it, you know. Billy says, in my opinion, the solution is take all tyrants out, but not to lunch. Yeah. And get them if I took them to lunch, I'd give them a knuckle sandwich. Am I right? Sween says, I don't know if I can read this out loud. I will try to, but I do love this comment. Hot take. The trans agenda is, I don't know that word, integral to the trans. I think it meant to be, I don't know, integral to the transhumanism agenda. Confuse the spiritual yin yang consciousness balance role in this aspect of humanity via blurring the lines of gender. This coupled with the doomsday mentality that humans and CO2, carbon dioxide, are destroying the earth, is the Hegelian dialect playing out. The transhumanists are terraforming culture. Now, this is the deep stuff right here. If I knew more about this stuff, which I think when I do my podcast, I will be talking more about this deep stuff, and I'll let you guys know as soon as I get that out. I'll make a video about it. You will be informed when I'm going to do my uncensored Hoffcast podcast soon. And I want to do research and do one subject and get into stuff like this and learn about this kind of stuff that just blows my mind. And the fact that this makes sense. I don't know what the Hegelian dialect is yet, but it seems it's probably something that has. I've heard that term before. I have, but it seems like it has something to do with it just all being a way to remove us. And we've talked about the Georgia Guidestones before. If you don't know about the Georgia Guidestones, there's stones in Georgia. They don't know where they came from. Allegedly, Ted Turner built them, and on them, there's a list of things that they want the New World agenda to look like. And on it says the population must be at like 500 million people. And so a lot of this stuff I don't believe is to help us. And a lot of this, the 500 million, they're not going to be me and you. They're not going to be us peasants. No, they're going to be the rich people, you know? They're going to be the rich people. They're probably going to get in their Jeff Bezos dick rockets and fly up into the air for a little bit while they bomb the shit out of us. And then they'll fly back down a little bit later when we're all dead. And then they'll have their 500 million people. They should just get it over with if they want to do it. I don't get all this vaccine shit. They might as well just fucking bomb us all if they want to do it. Get in their dick rockets, bomb us, and have their way. Allegedly. Billy Kid says problem, fear-based reaction, and the pre-planned solution. I think that the Lightfoot lady, foreskin lady said, forehead, whatever her name is, she said something about this is all by design. Of course it's by design. It's just like whenever they keep slipping up talking about, oh, this is part of the New World Order, the build back better. The B's lowercase makes 666. We see the 666 in a lot of stuff. It's I believe this is all very spiritual. I think it's spiritual warfare. I think they want to take away not only our humanity, but also any kind of faith or beliefs we have. And I don't care what you believe in, but I think you should believe in something. All the kinds of different gods and religions are almost kind of like different storytellings of the same sort of things, maybe with different variations and whatnot. But I do believe that there is one, and if you are spiritual and you try to have, if you believe in a God, then God is your way of life. And I'm not great at it. I'll admit it. I'm not the perfect religious person or anything like that. I do my best. I try not to use his name in vain, or I try not to steal, kill, lie, cheat, whatever. I try to be a good person. I'm not perfect, but I try. But I think if you have the Lord or whatever you believe in as your guidance, then you will not have someone who is merely a man, such as like Bill Gates or George Soros or the Rothschilds or people like this. They won't be your gods when they want to be your gods. So if they take God out of the equation, they're now your new masters, basically. And I think that's a big part of it. And not only that, they want you to hate God or whatever you believe in. They don't just want you to not believe in it. They want you to hate it. They want to completely turn you against it so you never go back. And I'm not trying to get religious here. I'm not preaching or anything like that. I just see, this is the way I see what's happening, kind of. I think it's on that level, or at least that is a facet to this, or at least a part of it, or a big part of it, in my own opinion. But I really think, I think it's a spiritual thing. I really do. These people are godless. You remember Brandon here whenever he did that speech, and he goes, "We're one nation under the the thing." Yeah, he couldn't say God. He couldn't say one nation under God because I don't think demons can say that. I don't think demons can say the word God, honestly. But that's getting real up there. I'm sorry if I just went above and beyond with some things, if that was too wild or anything. That's the way I see it. I think that's a big part of it. If you don't know more about that, I think research it. And I'm trying to research it myself, and maybe I can bring you more information on that, because I have been looking into that kind of stuff. I hear a lot about it from the kind of content I consume, and I find it very interesting that this it's more than just politics. It's spiritual, I believe, or at least a war on it. Definitely, there's a war on it. Government creates a problem, and the solution, right? Allegedly, wait for the fear-based reaction via the MSM. Absolutely, and that's they're owned by the left. All the mainstream media is owned by the left, maybe save for a couple. I mean, not even Fox News is like. There's a couple good things on there. I like Gutfeld. He's funny sometimes. Like I like Kayleigh McEnany. I miss her as press secretary. Good looking lady right there. Kayleigh McEnany. Maybe one day we can meet and go on a date. And but we not at Denny's, because we'd have to be jabbed. But you can't even trust a lot of that stuff. The mainstream media is owned by all these people. There's a lot of big money. I've said it before. It's like 6 major corporations own all these. They just branch out in these smaller things, and it's all Disney, CBS, ABC, NBC, Comcast, stuff like that. It's crazy. What else we got here, man? What else we got here? I hope you all are doing well. Hope you have a good holiday this year. I haven't watched this. Let's watch this. It could be interesting. I think we've talked enough doom and gloom for a minute. That let's watch something else. Let's switch gears. I think we did that enough. I'm so depressed after doing all that. I don't want to look at that anymore. I'm mad and I'm sad from watching all that. So this video, I haven't watched this. I just clicked on it. I thought it might be interesting to watch. World's strongest kite lifts teenager to crazy heights, almost plummets to death. I'm not saying this is light or funny. I haven't watched it. This guy's life is clearly in danger. But let's see this. Whoa! Wow, dude! Why didn't he let go? Like when it started to take off. Was the kite really expensive? Holy shit! This dude is flying. Imagine being that guy, dude. That'd be scary as shit. But he should have let go and he was like 4 feet off the ground. Was his arm wrapped up in it or something? Shit. He looks like he's down. He's hurt. Probably a little shook. I would be. That was crazy. I'm glad the guy lived. I'm not trying to show no snuff videos around here. Let's look at this one. I haven't watched this one either. I thought it was a funny title. Also very creepy. The title is Guy Sniffing Air Duster Suddenly Snaps on a Bunch of Kids and Runs Away. Let's see what this is all about.
You got it? Who has it? Who has it? Zoom in.
There he is. He's got his sniffing air duster. That's a broke man right there. Or at least maybe he's just trying to be out and about doing drugs incognito. Trying to fuck with some kids, I guess.
Hey, you want to be on YouTube tomorrow?
Hey, he is on YouTube right now.
How about all three? All three? All three? Shit,
Oh, he's hitting that shit. Damn! He took a rip on that shit, bro. Fuck. Look at this guy. He's feeling it. Damn, dude. Brain dead.
Can I put you?
Wow, I feel bad for this guy. Holy shit.
Oh, I'm about to post this on you.
This is sad, kind
World
of, man.
Tour.
I was trying. He's ripping the shit out of that thing. He must be feeling good if he keeps going back for more.
Oh shit!
Oh, here he comes. Here he comes. Oh shit! Watch out! Yeah, skate park. Yeah, they are at a skate park. Oh shit!
Oh, he's running.
You shouldn't be running when you're under those conditions. Okay, that was bizarre. That was a weird one. Kind of entertaining though. Here we got another heartless package thief gets caught in the act. Every day we stumble across more and more of these package thief videos. A lot of these people have had thousands of dollars of merchandise stolen from their porches and front doors so many times they've started filming the thieves to catch them in the act. This woman and her car driving accomplice were just caught in the act. Hopefully the video was given to police since the plates are fairly easy to read. Let's check this out. So keep an eye on your packages this year, everyone. If you're ordering from Amazon or whatever. There she goes. There she goes. She's wearing very bright colors. I wouldn't be wearing that bright of colors. And oh shit! We got a confrontation. I thought it was a Ring camera. It wasn't. It was a guy filming.
What the fuck you doing, dumb shit? I got you on video anyways. I got you on video and your plate.
She's quick. Damn, she's quick. She's done this before. She knows her route. She knows the pathway. Pro. Maybe she's quicker than that guy, though. That's crazy.
GoPro power off.
Like Sonic the Hedgehog, man, getting out there with that. She don't even
GoPro,
know what's
stop
in
recording.
that box. I hope the size doesn't fit her. She gets home and it's a fucking small. Fuck you. Came on. Porch Pirates. That almost gives them too much credit. Fuck these people, man. Terrible people. Terrible people. How could you do that, like, morally? How would you feel good about yourself? Like, I guess that's crazy. Like, a lot of people maybe think they're entitled or they have the right to it or something that they're owed, but it's not true. You're hurting someone else, when you do that kind of stuff. Anytime you do that, and it's like thief, steal, and take something that's not yours. Hoff not trying to come down on you right now. I'm just saying, like, how do you sleep at night when you do something like that? I try to be a good person, I don't want to get too political or anything, but I like to talk about Alec Baldwin. I like to make fun of Alec Baldwin. I got no juicy Smollett news this week. I think we that was kind of put to rest. Whenever he gets a sentence, maybe we'll check it out again. I don't think that's for a couple months now. I'm not trying to get too political here or anything, but I do sometimes. Oh, look, it's Lori Forehead again. It's not what I was expecting. But yeah, this headline here, Donald Trump calls Alec Baldwin a nut job, questions if the Rust tragedy was deliberate. Wow. That's an allegation right there. I don't think it was. I'm not on Alec Baldwin's side. I think he's a greasy slime ball. I think the guy's lying out his teeth about what happened. I think some shady shit did go down. I don't know what it was because he keeps talking and his story keeps changing. Nothing adds up. Watch H.A. Goodman's channel. I think I've mentioned him before. H.A. Goodman. Look him up on YouTube. He follows Alec Baldwin. He keeps an eye on him like a hawk, and he's got all the info. There's a lot of shady stuff. I don't think it was deliberate, but wow, look at Trump over here. Trump, Trump hates him because of all the Saturday Night Live stuff. So now Trump is like, got him. Now you can't come back on this, can you? It's hard to come back on murder charges, allegedly. So let's read this article here. Donald Trump has branded Alec Baldwin as a nut job and said the actor is not stable as he continues to be investigated for the tragedy on the set of the movie Rust. Cinematographer passed on the set of the Western movie in October when a prop gun, it wasn't a prop gun, it was a real gun, and it had a round in it. It was being used by Baldwin and was fired. The former president, allegedly former, sat down with conservative pundit Candace Owens for a long-ranging interview for the Daily Wire. I might have to watch some of that. The two discussed a number of topics, including Trump potentially issuing a pardon for either Julian Assange or Snowden, as well as alleged President Brandon and the 19 vaccine. So that's interesting. How could Trump issue a pardon? Like if he gets reelected, I guess, maybe in 2024. That's about all I would think. Towards the end of the interview, Owens moves on to what she calls a fun subject and asks Trump about Alec Baldwin. Baldwin has been long outspoken critic of Trump, and the two men have regularly traded barbs publicly. The 30 Rock star famously performed an unflattering caricature of it wasn't a good impression at all. It wasn't like, I'll admit, like, just the faces he made was kind of funny sometimes, like the Trump faces, but like it was a terrible impression. Caricature of the alleged former president on Saturday Night Live for several years. He did the imitation of me for years. I thought he was terrible, Trump told Owens. I thought he did terrible. I thought he was terrible at it. And there are other people that do much better. They do. I've seen a couple good Trumps. Not mine. My Trump's the worst, man. My Trump's worse than Alec Baldwin. I apologize for even attempting that. I apologize to you all. Trump referenced the interview that Baldwin did with ABC George Stephanopoulos, in which he stated that the gun went off while he's holding it in rehearsals. He did not pull the trigger. Trump said he's always in trouble. I mean, he takes a gun and he said he didn't pull the trigger. And then the experts get on and say it's not possible. That particular gun it doesn't work in that way. In other words, it can happen. It can happen that it works where you don't pull the trigger and it just happens to go off, okay? I don't think that was a very good interview for him. No one does. You don't go on and incriminate yourself on TV and you state your case there. I know Alec Baldwin was trying to get ahead of the game or whatever, but like now that can be used against you legally, especially if you're lying, because none of that shit adds up, buddy boy. Alec Baldwin. It was intentional. Some gun experts have indeed questioned, I've seen videos of this, how that model of gun could have fired without the trigger being squeezed. Since the tragic accident, Alec Baldwin and his wife, Hilaria, which is the funniest name ever, and she's not really Spanish, have had numerous run-ins with the press and paparazzi, which, Alec Baldwin loves the press and paparazzi. Yeah, he loves them. And the couple has publicly confronted reporters for following them. Yeah, we looked at that one whenever he's chasing them with the umbrella. It's a good thing that umbrella is not loaded. Trump goes, he's always in trouble when he goes out to talk to the press. Nobody gets treated worse than me by the press. I'm very hustled, but I don't end up in fistfights with them on the street. I mean, there's something wrong. I think he's crazy. There's something crazy. Trump then questioned if Baldwin intentionally pointed the gun at the lady, the victim, something which the actor vehemently denied on his ABC interview. He still pointed the gun at this woman, and it happened to go off, and she wasn't even an actor. So it's not like at a scene where it went on during a scene. Did he do it on purpose? Trump asked. I don't know. I mean, you tell me. Owens interjected to say that Baldwin was not stable, to which Trump added that he's definitely not. He's definitely not a stable person. He's a nut job, actually. Trump previously called Baldwin a sick guy during podcast appearance in November. Speaking on Chris Stigl's podcast, the former president said, there's something wrong with him. I've watched him for years. He gets into fistfights with reporters. He's a sick guy. Do you want me to stop doing the Trump impression? I'm sorry. If it's that bad, I will. But it's just so fun. It's fun. I know it's bad, but it's fun. I'm having fun with it. Baldwin responded to these comments in his ABC interview and said it was surreal that Trump spoke about it. The former president of the United States said I'm a wacko and that I probably shot her and killed her on purpose, Baldwin said. Wow. Well, he said I did it deliberately, he added. And I thought to myself, just when you think that things can't get more surreal, here's the alleged former president of the United States making a comment on this tragic situation. Well, you don't seem too upset about it, Alec Baldwin. Yeah, he doesn't seem like he's like super upset about it, the whole thing. Just in my opinion, I don't see it from him. It seems like he's just trying to cover his own ass. Maybe it probably was an accident, but I think it was negligence involved. And I think whenever there's a life involved, there should be consequences, involuntary manslaughter, whatever, Not going to happen to this guy, though. Too rich, too famous, he's on their side. He can afford a lawyer. He can afford the lies. He can afford the alleged lies, the stories, everything like that. So, I'm going to do a couple of UFO videos. And then maybe if anyone wants to come on for a few minutes, we might do a few minutes of live hangout and then do a backstage hangout. So we'll get the invite in the chat. If not, all good. I'm tired, but if you want to hang out, I'm good for that too. So let's Let's take a look at this one. This Mobby777 as always, you know. Always bring the content. There's so much content on this channel that you could just spend days on there just watching these videos. But I found this one interesting the other day. At least the title. Let's see if what this is. Because I always try to pre-watch these. You guys know I fuck these up all the time. Every time I try to watch UFO videos, I find the lamest ones. If I did a little bit of research beforehand, I would find the good ones. But this one, the title says right there, the best. Do you see it? It says the best spacecraft UFO footage of the century in the skies of Istanbul, Turkey. I'm just seeing what the date of this was. Hopefully, he normally puts the date on this. So let's watch this. Shane says, fuck work tomorrow. Yeah. Last day, though, buddy boy. And then the holidays. We just got to get to tomorrow. Late start time. We're good. So let's see this. This is from 2008. I guess it's from this century, though, right? What is that? It looks like a microscopic, like a hair on a microscope. Billy says, all work and no play makes Shane a dull boy. He's not a dull boy. I'll bring my pen tomorrow, Shane. So I don't know what I'm looking at here. While I'm doing that, though, I will put the invite in the chat. If anyone wants to come by, you're welcome to. I don't think this is the best footage of the century. I think I'm lied to again. Yeah, this just looks like a snail shell, dude. Not the best footage of the century. Let's look at this one here. Oh yeah. Billy the Kid was quoting The Shining. I don't know if Shane's seen that. Maybe he didn't get the reference, but yeah. He said, just kidding, Shane. He said, what the fuck? The Shinning. It's The Shinning. So yeah, the invite's in the chat. If anyone wants to come by, you're welcome to hang out for a little bit. This one, let's check this one. Oh, I like this one here. This ain't bad.
What the fuck is
Whoa.
that?
Whoa.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
This is from Marion, Ohio. This ain't even.
What is that?
Whoa.
What the fuck?
Ain't too damn. That is crazy, dude.
What is this? What is this? Oh my god.
Whoa.
Oh my god.
Even the people are freaking out.
UFOs.
It looks like there's twin cars
Oh
from
my
Cloud
God.
City and The Empire Strikes Back.
Oh my god.
Nerd reference.
Look at that.
Whoa, dude, look at the lights on there. Look at the kid. What's up, man?
Oh my god.
How you doing, bud?
Dude, having fun watching you.
You got you an ice there. I got an ad. Shit. There you go, man. How you doing today? I'm glad you could be here again, man. I had such a great time last night. I'm almost glad that my shit went down because that wouldn't have happened if it didn't. And that was just a great hangout stream. It was a great time chatting. We talked a lot of things, went deep a couple times, talked about some fun stuff, talked about holidays, Christmas and whatnot. This is the show I wanted to do last night, but I kind of feel blessed that last night happened, you know, and I got to do both. You guys get 2 streams, you get 2 shows now. And I feel blessed that I got to spend that time with you rather than only doing this stream, because that was fucking awesome, man. And I appreciate you showing up and being there for it.
I had a great time, man. I always look forward to your show, man. It's a lot of fun. And yeah, it all worked out, man. Even with you using your phone, after we cleared up the bugs with the audio and all that, man.
Thank you, audience. Like I said, if I ever sound or look like shit, tell me. I need that. I need you to tell me so I can fix it. And we all have a better time. This is a wild video, man. I like this one. We finally came across one that I think is pretty damn interesting. What do you think of this, Billy?
Let's check it out. Let me look at it and see. Oh, the UFO. Yeah. Man, I've never seen a UFO like that before.
There's like two of them. I don't know if it's connected or it looks like they're connected because they're parallel and they're not separating, but maybe they're in sync. I don't know. But you see the four lights. If they were connected, though, you wouldn't be able to see those other four lights on the other side. It'd be blocked by something, though, right? Like, that's wild, dude. Huh.
The first alien I ever saw in real life was was E.T. I think it was like 1982 or something.
In real life? What were you talking about? You saw an alien in real life?
Yeah, I saw E.T. in like 1982.
Talking about the movie?
Yeah.
I'm not seeing an alien in real life.
I thought that was a real alien, man.
The extra testicle?
Yeah.
E.T.
That was,
I'll grab another drink. I'll be right back, Billy.
Yeah, at the time, that was like my favorite movie. I remember when it came out, we actually went and saw it at the theater, E.T. the Extraterrestrial. And at that point in time, it was like, man, that was my favorite movie. I remember kind of crying. I had some tears rolling down my eyes.
Dude, whenever they're both sick, Yeah. The scene where he gets drunk is funny as hell, though.
Yeah, but it's so sad when he had to go home. It was like E.T. phone home. He had to go home, and they showed him going home. It was kind of sad.
Yeah, but that was his whole goal. He loved Elliot. I'm surprised they never made a sequel to that bullshit.
Steven Spielberg.
They're gonna remake it with a little gay kid soon. I'm sure.
I'm sure they will.
Who's jabbed up and boosted.
They're gonna figure out something. They got to make that money.
Turbo said I wasn't allowed to watch it. Why? That's it's a PG movie, I'm pretty sure. Shane says E.T. looks like a testicle. He does. He does. An old one. Probably an old one. Not mine. I'm young. I'm a young man. My balls are smooth. Too much info. TMI. Sorry.
That was too much information. But yeah, E.T. phones home and with the Reese's Pieces and all that. It's pretty creepy, I mean, you got to think.
Dude, yeah, that moment when he first sees him in the cornfield, that used to scare me when I was a kid. He's trying to flashlight on him, and A.T.'s neck would spring up like a boner. He'd go, and I was like, holy shit, this is scary shit, Mom.
And what was the deal
VHS?
What was the deal when he puts E.T. in the front basket of the bicycle, and they go all flying out, and they're flying. And how'd that all?
Yeah, you'd think if E.T. could fly like that, he could just fly back home. Maybe he can't get through the Van Allen radiation belt, though.
Yeah, it's got to have something to do with it.
He needs the ship to get through that. Let's see this video here. We got another one. This is from December 19th. I don't like this guy zooming in and out like a fucking idiot.
Okay, what is this?
You see, there's a speck out there.
Yeah, it's like a balloon or something. What is it?
I don't know. When it's that small, it's hard to say.
It's like a balloon, like floating through the air or something. I don't know.
I'm skeptical when I see UFO videos. All right, I'm very, very skeptical. I'll be the first one to say that's bullshit. You know what I mean? Like I will. Like I'm extremely skeptical because I've seen a million UFO videos, and 99% of them are fucking fake, But I love, look at this guy zooming. What the hell's wrong with him? Oh yeah, there was something there, but who knows what it was? It's probably a bird. That looks like a bird right there.
Isn't it funny how it's never in focus? Like when you see a UFO video, the UFO is never really in focus.
In all
so
fairness,
you can really see what it is. You know?
In all fairness, I will say it's very hard to record. Have you ever tried to take a picture of the moon with your phone? Even that just looks like a little dot. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like the fact that we have any footage, I believe a lot of this is legit things that people see that they don't understand what it is, even though we can't tell from this. But some of them is just bullshit, straight up. Let's look at this one. This one looks like it's pretty flashy. I like the Pink Floyd shirt, Billy.
Oh yeah, man, for sure.
What's your favorite Pink Floyd album?
Dark Side of the Moon, man. Gotta be.
Hell yeah. I like Animals a little bit, you know. I like Wish You Were Here. Great album. Shine On You Crazy Diamond.
For sure,
So
man.
this one I like.
Songs.
This one's December 18th. This is from Chile. And that's pretty interesting, man. That's weird right there. You gotta admit that you can tell, like,
wow,
that's not CGI. And one thing I
like
will say about a lot of these videos, they end before you see the thing take off, and I don't like that most of the time. You know, when you don't actually see the end of it, like it just cuts off, and you're like, oh fuck. But that's weird, right, dude? Look at that flashing. It looks like, man, that's bizarre.
It looked like a Klingon vessel. If you ever seen Star Trek, right?
I'm not a Star Trek guy. I'm a Star Wars guy.
I know you're not, but I have to ask everybody else too.
Is that right?
But it looked like a Klingon kind of a ship, you know? Yeah.
Look who's here. Look who's here. Mitz is here. Listen to the song Pink Floyd on the Turning Away. The lyrics are really telling for the time. I will, Mitz, always with the deep information. Always. I'll check that out tonight. Christine said that was a great album. Yes. Once again, I want to thank you all for being here. I love you all. You're awesome. Mitz says my favorite Floyd album is Metal or Division Bell. That's the one that has like the Easter Island heads on it, right? They kind of look like Easter Island heads facing each other. That's kind of crazy. I like this video a lot. This one's interesting. This is an interesting one. You guys ever watched? Wizard of Oz with Pink Floyd, Dark Side of the Moon behind it?
I've never done that before.
The Dark Side of Oz. You can find it on like
I've
YouTube
heard
and
about
stuff,
it.
you know. And you can. They've already done the editing for you, so you don't have to like match it up yourself. You can watch it on YouTube. You got to get really high, and it's pretty fun.
I think I'd like to be like on shrooms or something.
Yeah, it's probably the best time, you know. Not that I promote drugs, but if you're gonna do it, that's probably the best time. I had Billy play. He got banned for a week with the album. Yeah, you can't be playing. That's crazy.
Apparently Pink Floyd is not music you want to play on a live stream. Apparently.
A lot of classic rock bands, dude, like Zeppelin, AC/DC, Ozzy, and stuff. They got their rights and they own them, you know, or at least their label does. But they're very strict on that stuff. I remember when AC/DC didn't want to even be on iTunes for like 10 years. So Led Zeppelin as well. Eventually they gave in. That was like back in 2012 or whatever. I'm old, but I remember those days.
You're old. Hoff, you're not old.
I'm old. Well,
wait till you get my age and then you can say you're getting old.
I'm the youngest man alive.
You're not old, man. I mean, compared to like an 18-year-old, yeah, you're pretty old, but
yeah.
Or 21-year-old or something.
Yeah, I know, man. It's getting harder and harder to date, dude. The older you get and you're single, it gets harder to date, man. They got, you know, I don't really like kids too much. You know, I don't know how to deal with kids. I don't know how to talk to kids or interact with them. And they freak me out and they're loud. They're messy and they scream. So I don't know about kids. And a lot of women at this age, they have kids. And it's hard to like, I don't want to take on someone else's kid. No offense.
Yeah, I don't either.
I respect the hell out of people who do that. I will say that. I respect the fuck out of anyone who does that. It just ain't for me, you know.
It ain't for me either. Guess what? I mean, I'll be honest with you. You know, I did have a stepfather, you know, and so, you know,
Same here. That's why I say that.
The same.
And he's a great guy. He's a great He's a legend. He's a fantastic man. That's why I say that. Just not for me,
Yeah.
That's
I
his
never,
role for millennials. Yeah, we're on that
I never-
upper end of millennial. We're like right on the cusp there.
I'm in generation. I think they call us Generation X.
Yeah.
Generation
You're more of
X.
the X, and I'm a millennial. I'm technically a millennial, even though I'm not. I don't have millennial values. I never identified as a millennial. So look at those lights, huh?
No, that's kind of freaky. What is that? Is that a UFO?
I don't. That's the thing. Like when it's dark and you can't tell if they're connected or if they're separate. This is legit video, though. You can see the surroundings and stuff. The way it's out of focus. There's something weird going on there. Do 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 do. Ba-do-do-do, do, do.
What do you think? Do you think, Hoff? Do you think there are aliens out there, and have they visited?
Do you want my
Earth?
opinion?
Yeah.
I don't think they're from. Okay, I got two theories, and I don't know which one's right. I don't know, obviously. But if you want to hear my theories, I think there's three theories, or they might all be part of it. But I think that one of them is they could be interdimensional. Like they're not like from space, but they're phasing in and out from a different dimension.
So
I also think,
yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry.
If they are physical, if they are from this world, then I think they could either be coming or based in Antarctica or underwater.
Yeah, I've heard
It
that
says
theory.
aliens are interdimensional beings, in her opinion. That's kind of what I think too. I kind of think that you can't travel that far through space if space is that big and everything's that far away, allegedly. That traveling, you'd either have to do a wormhole, you'd have to do magnetic hyperspeed or like something like that. You'd have to bend the laws of physics and yourself in order to, because a physical body would not be able to survive light speed, so like the way you'd have to bend space or time in order to come into this realm would have to be that, or they're not aliens and they're actually from this earth and they're just stationed underwater or in Antarctica. Those are my theories.
Could it
What do
be
you think, Billy?
possible? Could it be possible that the people in power are aliens?
Well, I mean, that's the whole thing, right? The Anunnaki or whatever, the reptilians.
Like Mayor Wu, she like
Now
really
you're getting-
an alien, and the
Now you get
dangly
me
carrot
going.
lady, is she an alien too? I mean,
Now you're getting
V.
me
You ever seen
going.
that movie V? Or that
No, I've never.
television show
I've seen
V?
parts of it, but I've never actually watched it. I know I'm a bad person.
It came out
I've
when
never
you were
seen it.
super like a little kid. Because
Are you talking about V or V for Vendetta?
No, V, the television
Well, I've never
show.
seen either. So
It came out when I was like, I guess you weren't even born yet, dude. Yeah, I mean,
I've Star Wars came out before my time, before I was born. I still seen that,
Yeah.
I've seen Soylent Green. Look at this.
Oh,
This is weird. Have you seen Soylent Green, Billy?
No, sir, I have not.
You've never seen Soylent with Charlton
I've
Heston?
never even heard of it.
Really, dude? That's an old movie. That's definitely before your time, even.
Yeah,
But
I haven't seen everything. But,
it's Charlton Heston, and it's an older movie where this guy, the world, it's like the future, and everyone's hungry. There's no food. It's famine, and the food supply is basically everyone gets what's called Soylent Green. It's what they eat every day. And this Charlton Heston, he, the hero, the man that he is, Mr. NRA, God bless him. He basically, like he, what's the word I'm looking for? He finds out the conspiracy, and then he gets in there and he finds out what they're making Soylent Green out of. Do you know what it's made out of?
Soylent Green? It's made out of human body parts.
Yes, you're right.
Man.
Yes, you're right. Yes, they're
They're
killing people because there's too many people who are hungry, and they're killing people and feeding them back to the people who are hungry. And he finds this out, and the government's chasing him. He's going through the factory. It's crazy, dude. It's a good movie. It's an old movie, but check it out if you haven't seen it, guys. Soylent Green, Soylent Lent, and then the color green. Yeah, it's a good movie. Yeah.
Maybe what I've heard is some of these elite upper echelon sort of these tyrants. They're like sucking on the blood and the genes of these young little kids. And
Wait, watch your allegedly.
I gotta be careful. Allegedly. Yeah. Sorry, that is true. We're not
that
really
I disagree.
sure.
I'm just saying allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly for sure. Oh man,
I gotta watch my shit.
What about who's your favorite UFO or alien from, let's say, the movies? Like, what is your favorite alien or UFO from the movies?
Hands down, Jar Jar Binks.
Okay.
I was expecting a laugh.
I like Alien. I'll be honest with you. I think that was the most scariest thing I've seen. One of the scariest things I've seen was.
I love the first two Alien movies. I love Alien and Aliens.
Yeah.
Those are such.
The first two are the best, no doubt.
Yes,
yeah.
I think Aliens. I think I like Aliens a little bit more. The sequel.
Me
I think
too.
It was a little more polished. And it was
Bill Paxton was in it.
We're
all gonna die, man. We're all gonna die.
Then she was in the big machine at the end, fucking fighting the shit out of that alien.
She's
the
using
Queen
this
alien.
robotic thing. Bam, bam, bam. Yeah, I think it was awesome, man. Aliens.
Ellen Ripley, a true female hero, right there. They want females want a role model. Look at that, Ellen Ripley. That's a real one right there. Sigourney Weaver.
Predator was a good one. Turbo Turd brings up Predator.
Oh yeah, Predator. Predator scared
really
me when I
good
was
movie.
young. It did.
Yeah,
Whenever
that
he
was
took his
great.
helmet off when I was a kid. Yeah, I always like. It always came on around the holidays for some reason. I'd watch it, and I remember Arnold climbing, like covering himself in mud, hiding under sticks, and then he takes it off. He goes, "What the hell are you?"
That was a good movie, though. The original Predator was definitely
Predator 2 wasn't even that bad. Predator 2 was okay.
Yeah, it's hard to beat the
I
originals.
didn't see the new one.
Hard to beat the originals, It really is.
Yeah, they don't even have anything original anymore. It's just remakes, reboots. They just changed the genders and the races, and then bam, you got a new movie. Look at Annie, Little Orphan Annie.
Like Jaws. I mean, that was a great movie, and then Jaws Part
scared me
2
when I
was
was a
pretty
kid.
good too. But then after that, it just all fell apart. Jaws 3D.
I'd say the best Alien. I was thinking about this the other day. Independence Day. I don't really love that movie, but I thought the design of the aliens in that was interesting. You ever seen Arrival? Not really my favorite design of an alien, but I thought it was an interesting take on it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Predator versus Alien. Yeah, that was a pretty good. The first one, I don't think I saw Requiem, but the first one was pretty good. And he's not white. Now, Daddy Warbucks. I wonder how he got his money. His last name.
I actually
Warbucks.
saw that movie at the theater, Annie, when I was a little kid. The first one, the very first one. We got taken. We were like in the summer school, and they took us to the movies. Man, we saw that movie. Yeah.
I think I saw it when I was in grade school.
Gingers for the win, man.
Black gingers for the win. Is that bad? Should I not said that? I'm sorry.
No, all gingers. I think
it was good. I had good intent with it. I'm just joking. Dude,
Prometheus.
They do exist, by the way. I knew a guy who was a black ginger. He was a great guy.
What about Prometheus? Mensis, she said the Prometheus. I saw that movie. That's the
Prometheus wasn't
to
bad.
Aliens. That was a good movie. That was pretty good. I mean, it wasn't Aliens, but Aliens
it was better than that
so
one they did
badass
with the newest Alien they did, Covenant. That movie sucked. It was terrible, man.
I saw it at the theater. It wasn't. It's not like Alien. It was more like a slower film, like Alien. But
I just thought it wasn't even like there was no dread or scaring or anything like that. Like they don't even know how to do that anymore for some reason. They don't know how to do tension in movies anymore. Like it's all flashy action, CGI, big budget. And the tension came from it feeling like a real thing in those original movies with the real sets and the costumes and the guns and the flamethrowers, and everything was like, even in the original Alien movie, the first one, you could tell that there was a costume and it did look kind of cheesy on a couple occasions. Didn't take away from the fact that it terrified the shit out of you because it seemed more real than computer shit. You know what I mean? In my opinion, anyway. That's just my opinion.
What about Close Encounters? I mean, that was like,
I saw that once. It was
one of the earliest
6 years ago.
films, or one of the earliest films of aliens, you know, and I thought it was pretty interesting.
Yeah, I mean, I remember, didn't someone make like a mashed potato mountain or something like that?
Yeah, that was Richard Dreyfuss, the guy that played in Jaws.
Yeah,
you
and
know?
I remember the aliens when they stepped out of the ship. I was disappointed. I was like, they're just short
they
little.
still look like aliens, but
They're
they
the
were more
classic.
taller. They were like the
aliens.
taller with the slender head, real skinny.
Yeah, the classic gray design.
Yeah,
Not like the blue aliens or anything like that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Oh man.
Once again, we'll hang out for a little bit longer, man. Let's do this to maybe another 10 minutes or so. Then I'm going to take it backstage. And if anyone else wants to come on and put the invite in the chat here, it's your last chance to come on live. If you want to come backstage, there's the invite after the show. Look at this one going on here. This is a weird one. Look at that's kind of weird.
Okay, so it's making a design, huh?
Yeah, it's weird. You see a UFO video in the daylight, especially like that. Something that could be government chemtrails or something.
It's most likely that we know that is probably those what we call drones.
Now that'd be like a billion drones right there, man.
Well,
I know they can do crazy
for
stuff
sure.
with them, but it looks like they had a glitch if they were doing that.
What is that? What is that a picture of? What is that a picture of? I mean, it's trying to make a picture, I think.
Looks like a shrimp.
Yeah.
To me, it looks like a shrimp. That's telling us they're from the ocean and they eat shrimp.
Look how it falls. Look how it's kind of falling.
Whoa, yeah.
That's weird.
Whoa, that's bizarre. Let me get that ad off there. That's bizarre, man. Whoa, it looks like it looks like an Etch-a-Sketch.
It looks like they were trying to make two fists bumping, but they just ran out of energy on the other one.
We didn't have enough drones to make fist bumps. I don't know. I got all these bots coming in here, Billy. I do need to make you a. I gotta give you and these people wrenches. I need to figure that out right now. Let's do it while we're here.
Yeah, take your time, figure it out. Okay, so not from StreamYard, but from YouTube. So hopefully you have.
Oh, I gotta do it from YouTube.
Yeah,
that's
you cannot do it from StreamYard.
Okay, that's why I only got block earlier. I'm an idiot.
Yeah, go from YouTube and go to the right of the name. You should be able to select Add Moderator.
Yeah, I've done this before. I did the same mistake last time, where I was trying to do it through StreamYard instead of YouTube.
Mm-hmm. We're learning. We're still learning. I'm learning too.
So there you go. Add you as a moderator.
Well, thank you, sir.
So you can take care of these. It's now your responsibility to take care of these bots in the chat.
Well, you want me to take care of those? Like when we see
I'm just kidding. No, I mean, if you want to,
it's up to you if you want me to delete these people putting up.
I think there's like a setting I can. I think I have a setting where I can just put it where like spam is not shown, but I don't want any like other comments that.
No, I will never delete a comment unless it's like it has to be real threatening to you, or
Oh yeah,
it has to be really crazy.
Bots. These bots, though. I've gotten some weirdo. I got weirdos on my channel back in the early days when I started. I got like these weird like Disney accounts coming at me, and they had these crazy Mickey Mouse faces because I was making fun of Disney movies there for a minute. Those videos aren't up anymore. I deleted them because it's a whole new thing now. That was like stepping stones to where I am now. Like movies to me don't really give a shit anymore. I already see them for what they are. Propaganda, lies, gaslighting, fucking influence agenda. I don't really watch new movies anymore. I like old movies though. But I think those were stepping stones, but I would get like these weird comments like from these accounts, man, and just random accounts. They had no followers. They had just created and have like Mickey Mouse, like an evil face, and they'd come and leave me mean comments, and I would laugh.
Complete trolls.
my ass
These
off
are
at it.
trolls because you can make multiple accounts and troll people. Okay, I mean that's people like get their jollies off.
That's true.
You know?
Yeah, I've never done that, man. I that's why I don't even have social
I'm
media.
not a troll.
Like,
I mean,
I don't even want to. I don't even want to be involved in that. Like, part of me, like I said, I don't think I'm going to do it. But part of me kind of wanted to like get back on Twitter and just direct some nerds, you know. But at the same time, I don't think that's spreading love. I don't think that's spreading positivity. I think that's where I know Twitter is still growing, which is fucking crazy to me. People are still joining every day, but I think the solution is to not participate.
I'm not a Twitter guy. I mean,
as
I
much
have
as
an
I want to
account,
go on
but-
and say shit, I think the solution is to not participate, in my opinion.
Yeah, I'm not
that's the way
into
I feel.
Twitter. I mean, you know, I'm not a big Twitter. I mean, no.
I think Twitter is like probably the worst social media. Facebook is there too, but
I
the
don't
Twitter,
like
dude,
that
is
either.
just like the worst shit. It's as Obi-Wan Kenobi said, it's about Mos Eisley. It's a wretched hive of scum and villainy. You know.
Oh, I love that quote. I love that quote. I haven't heard that in a while. That's cool.
Oh, that's another quote from Obi-Wan. Obi-Wan. That's a name I've not heard in a long time.
Yeah. Star Wars for the win, man. Star Wars for the win. You got another
Got
UFO?
you an ice?
Yes, sir. Another beer. Another
Nice
brewski.
ice, baby. Hell yeah.
Yeah, that's what my house beer right now is Bud Ice. It does the trick. I don't have to drink more than 10, and I'm fine, you know. Now, not 10 of the
Cheers
big
to
boys.
that, brother. Cheers
What
to
I mean
that.
by what I mean is 10, 12 ounce. So the equivalent. You know,
Gotcha.
yeah, not the. I can't drink 10 of them. If I
Hey,
drink
you're
10 of
preaching to
these,
the choir here. So you can't out shame me on this, so you're fine. I drink, bro. I drink.
dude, I drink every freaking day almost, man. It's like you almost have to twist my arm for me not to drink. You'd have to twist it behind my back, prevent me from driving to the store to buy it.
Yeah. I gotta have it, man. It just
You'd have to
especially with
chain
my-
me up and lock me up, man. Or I'm gonna go get
I
it.
can't. I think I can't remember who said this quote, but someone said it was like I think it was a president, either an old president or Frank Sinatra or someone. They said, "I feel bad for a person who doesn't drink because that's the best they're gonna feel all day."
That's funny. Yeah, I
Good
mean, you
quote.
know. Look,
Dude,
you
this
know,
is a weird
drinking-
one. This is a
Yeah.
weird
Let's see-
UFO.
Let's check it out. Let's check it out. Let's check it
It's a
out.
pyramid shaped one, dude. It's kind of
What?
grainy, but
They're all grainy.
it's like Bigfoot.
Yeah. Oh God.
Mitch Hedberg once did the joke. If you know Mitch Hedberg, he said, why is every picture of Bigfoot blurry? Like, is he just blurry? Like in real life?
Yep.
I fucked that joke. I did not get that joke the credit it deserved. I haven't heard in a minute, but that's basically the gist of it. But yeah, I wrecked that joke, and I apologize. R.P. Mitch Hedberg, you're a legend. Sorry, I just destroyed your joke, bud. But he had that cadence, you know, where he'd say things. Do you know Mitch Hedberg?
To be honest with you, no, I don't think
Well,
so.
he was a
I'm
comedian.
sorry.
He died from a drug overdose about 10 or 15 years ago, and he was the king of one-liners, dude. He'd show up high as fuck. Like, it's sad because he did die from drugs, but I feel like that was kind of his fuel. Here we go, Matt Brooks. Do you want to be live on the stream, bud?
I don't mind. Yeah.
Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah.
baby. What's up, buddy?
Can be showing life insurance commercials here. How you doing, Matt?
What's up,
Good
buddy?
to see you, man.
Yeah,
Matt,
too,
you
man.
drinking tonight? You got you a seltzer there, or?
In a minute, I got some Blue Moons.
Oh, Blue
Moon.
I like
Not
Blue
bad for a craft beer. Not bad.
Oh yeah, that's like the original of craft beers. For all the other bullshit came out.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Get the little orange on there when you order it. On the
Dude,
glass. Good shit.
I was at a
Yeah.
bar once, and a lady put some Absolute Mandarin in it. Like, she made it like a beer cocktail, and it was incredible. She put like maybe a half ounce of Absolute Mandarin vodka at the bottom, or maybe it was like 3/4 of an ounce. And then she did the Blue Moon with the orange pill, and damn, that was good. I've tried
What a
making
legend.
it since. I've tried making it since, and I don't know what she did, like how she got it to flavor like that, because I fuck it up. But it was
Yeah,
incredible.
ask her. Go back there and ask her. Be like, hey, what's your secret? Like,
Yeah, what the hell was that? Like, I watched her do it. She put the
What'd you
booze
drug
in.
me with?
She put the booze in first, and it was a tall. It was a 22-ounce glass. It wasn't a 16. And then she just put the beer in and did the orange garnish, and that was it. But I've tried.
And then you felt good, and it tasted good, and that sounds amazing.
Oh yeah, I would have never thought to mix like liquor with beer, but she knew what the fuck she was doing.
You ever had a black and tan? It's not liquor and beer.
Yeah,
but,
that's
okay,
Ace
good
Pear
stuff.
and Guinness.
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to be
Good
obsessed
stuff
with
too,
those.
man. Yeah.
When I first started to go to the bars when I was 21, I would get those a lot.
I got into IPAs for a hot minute, man, and it was too much, and I'm like, fuck this shit, and I never went back. Man. Fuck IPAs.
Yeah, a lot of IPA drinkers are like beer snobs, and you get to the point where you can't even have normal conversations with them because all they want to do is just rattle off how many fucking beers they know of.
Exactly. like, oh my god, look at this can. Look at the label on my can.
Yeah.
Look how cool the label is on my can. The beer tastes like shit. You know.
And we're like,
it's got a funny name.
I bet Billy's got all kinds of breweries down there in Austin because we're fucking flooded with them up here in Fort Worth.
I got breweries all over Columbus. Hey, I'm gonna take a quick break. You guys chat. I'm gonna take a quick restroom break since you guys.
That's
are
what
here.
I just
You
did.
prepared the show for me.
Nice.
Yeah, of course, Austin, man. We have a lot of breweries here.
Yep.
We used to go to one a long time ago, man. Gosh, probably like 20 years ago. I think it was called Austin Waterloo Brewery or something.
Okay.
I don't even know if it's there anymore. I mean, I know Waterloo Records is still there, and they sort of sponsor KLBJ Radio, Austin's big rock station,
Right.
But
I need to make it down there, man. I spent a good amount of time down in Austin, and the last probably 3 or 4 years, I just haven't gone down as much.
Why would you come down to Austin, may I ask you?
So for about 3 straight years, I spent New Year's on 6th Street for 3 years in a row, and then I had a buddy that lived in Austin, and that was pretty much the reasons. I had another buddy there; his uncle lived there, and we would go down there. It's just different random people I know. I spent some time down there.
But you're from Fort Worth? You're from Fort Worth area? Or?
Yeah, Fort Worth. I just know people down there. And like I said, man, you can't beat fucking 6th Street on New Year's. That place is
You're absolutely right. Sixth Street is, it's a music capital of the world. It really is. I mean, you got to think Stevie Ray Vaughan played at the Steamboat. And guess what? I actually played on that same stage when Steamboat was still around in the late 90s.
Oh, no shit.
With my Rush tribute band. Now, I don't have the video for that because we weren't videoing it back then. But, yeah.
Do you have any more videos of your band? I've seen the ones you have.
I think that's it, except I do have a from my cover band before we started that Rush tribute band. I do have a video of that on 6th Street playing at a club called what was it called? It was called the Bates Motel, and it was right next to Joe's Generic Bar. Right down the street from Steamboat and all that. But I do have a video, but it's going to be sketchy, man, because it's like it's 20-year-old video. Yeah, the quality's going to be sketchy, but
there's some really badass rooftop bars in Austin on 6th Street that I liked.
Maggie Mays had a rooftop bar.
I've been to Maggie Mays. That's the one I'm thinking of.
They've been
Maggie
there
Mays
too.
is badass.
I've seen some bands play there. In fact, our first bass player in our first Rush tribute band that we called Juice. Our drummer came up with that name, Juice. Just one word, kind of like Rush, but it's Juice.
Nice.
and that was a Rush tribute band called Juice. And this guy played in a band, and he, man, like a cover band, like they were like big time. They were playing at Maggie Mae's, on a Friday night, making a lot of money. That's where we got this guy from. Yeah.
By the way, Billy the Kid is like a badass guitar player, like one of the most badass of all times. And also, you said that the name of that club was the Bates Motel. That's a reference to Psycho, right?
Yeah, they actually named that place the Bates Motel after Psycho, and they had these televisions, the old-timey televisions. They had them set up all in weird places in there, and they would show like really weird videos or Psycho video or this or that. It was a trippy place, man.
Is the Drunken Monkey, is that still around on 6th Street?
I'm not sure. I don't really go to 6th Street. The last time I've been to 6th Street was to make a video, and it was during the daytime, and that was this year.
I saw that video.
Yeah, not bad. I mean, it was daytime, and I talked to some, and I remember I was trying to find where Steamboat used to be, because it's, the building's there, but the sign, of course, everything, and they changed these venues up. So
of course,
every one I went into did not look like Steamboat. Like they changed the stages around, they changed everything changed around. So
we have
it's
a big
hard to figure out.
Mitz recommends the beer Gang. I don't know how to pronounce that first word.
Let me check.
I don't know where to find that. If I'll keep an eye out, I guess. But I've never even said it. The white wit.
Never heard of it.
I don't know. Guys, I'm going to wrap this up at 11:30. 8:30. What the fuck was I saying? That's what I was trying to schedule. 11:30. But we will go backstage and hang out. Once again, the link is in the chat. But we'll go on for the next few minutes here, and then we'll take it backstage at 11:30. Once again, thank you all for showing up. I appreciate it. You're fucking awesome. You guys are like my best friends, man. I love you guys. I really do.
I feel like I've met a new friend.
You all.
I mean, I feel like I have like new friends,
Oh yeah.
Even though we'll meet up one day, we will. We'll have the Hoffcast conference. We'll do a live show on a stage. No jabs required to get in. And we'll
sunglasses, sunglasses.
Yes,
sunglasses
the sunglasses are required. If you don't have sunglasses, we're not letting you in. You don't have to be jabbed, but you have to have fucking sunglasses. All right.
So I've got one jab. Am I uninvited?
Whoopsie daisy.
We'll allow it. We'll allow it.
I'm not getting 2 jabs.
Just don't breathe on me, okay? Please.
I've decided I'm not getting 2 jabs. I feel like one's plenty.
We're gonna sit you off to the side a little bit, all right?
Yeah, you'll be 6 feet away from us, okay? 6 feet.
I'm only half bad guy. I'm only half vax.
I know, man. I'm just messing with you, dude. I love you.
No, but at least I've come to my senses. Like I realize I don't need to get
absolutely.
The fact that
That's
I've had some COVID put in me should be plenty. It's like it's more than like guys like you that haven't. And I'm not saying that one of us is right and one of us is wrong. Obviously, the vaxxers are going to say that I'm wrong. Like, why did you get your second? When are you going to get your second? I know my body better than anybody, and I feel like I know I've been exposed to it because New Year's. One of my best friends went out. That was a Friday, right? I watched football on Sunday with him and sat on a fucking 3-seat couch next to him for like 3 to 4 hours during that game and did not catch COVID.
Damn. So I want to make it clear that I am not anti-vaccine. I don't care if you get it. I am anti-mandate. I am against choosing. If you want to get it, go get it. Absolutely. If that makes you feel better, makes you feel safer, go do it. Just don't fucking tell me I have to, because I know what it is.
What makes me partially like passionate about it, like to sit here and have these conversations, is the fact that they're like, when you get it, they're like, all right, you got to come in 4 weeks, 28 days. Don't go any more than 40, or else it's going to be pointless. It's like, look, if you get it and you get it a month later, and then they're telling you get a booster, like how many fucking times are you going to get this thing? And put that in,
like I said earlier,
put that in your system.
Cycles.
Yeah. So like if we ever, God forbid, it wouldn't happen. But let's say I was in one of those bad guy states, right, where you had to be mandated to go in. I would be the one laughing my ass off saying, hey, look at this card. Last vaccination was August 13th, I think was the day I got it. And then, of course, like a mandate would kick in like a January, February, March, and I would go that long to get the second one. And when you have the card, all it has is the 2 signatures is all you need. Everybody would probably be pissed because they're like, this idiot didn't get it the way we wanted him to. We wanted him to get it, count 28 fucking days, and then get in there and get it again. And then as soon as the booster is eligible, we want him to get it then. That's where they piss me off at, is their little fucking guidelines.
You dude, that's the thing. It's the spite, it's the hate. It's like okay, I'm gonna get political for a second here. One side is pushing this hard, the left side.
Yeah.
And they hate us who aren't on their side. I don't care if you're right or not, but if you just don't agree with them, they hate you. So this is punishment for me and you. We don't get to do all the things that you good people get to do on the left because you're good, compliant people. You took your jabs, you got your boosters, you're good people. So you get to go have fun, even though you're still not protected according to them. You're still not, but you complied. So you're in the club now. And everyone else will spite the fuck out of you. You're not allowed. You're out of the club. You don't get to enjoy life. Fuck you until you comply.
And they'll never let the person
Lowry
live.
forehead was doing.
They'll never let the person live that says, hey, I got COVID and I don't feel like I need to get the vax because I had it. It didn't kill me. And whatever, who cares what their sickness they had out of it was. The fact that they have the antibodies, like they don't want to hear that. They shut that shit up real quick.
No. They're not pushing health. They're not pushing vitamins. They're not pushing the alternate medicines that I can't even name on YouTube because I'll get struck.
Just say Joe Rogan
podcast. Joe Rogan medicine. I don't even know if I can use his name. That's probably a red flag right there.
I don't think Joe Rogan.
They're not pushing it. The only thing they're pushing is the fucking vaccine. That's it. Like there's no alternative. Either you do that or you're out. That's it.
Yeah,
that's the only path forward is that. And
crazy.
There's no other way to solve this besides these huge corporations. Pfizer, biotech, Moderna, Johnson. The only way is that these people get more money and you comply, and that's the only way you have rights in this world.
Well, you saw Sippy Cup. Hold on. You saw Sippy Cup tell us last night. What did he say? He said, look, if you don't do this, if you don't, take the jab, then, he's basically threatening our livelihoods. It's like, well, look, he's threatening us. It's like, we want to have a thriving economy and this and that. But if you don't take this, then we're probably not. We're not going to have that. So to me, that's just like, wow, what are they going to do to us?
That's
the biggest lie. The biggest lie, in my opinion, is that the fact that these variants are coming from unjabbed people. I think that's the biggest fucking lie that they're pushing. It's a blame, and that's fake, allegedly, and in my opinion. But you know it. Yeah. That's an ongoing joke, by the way. I say whenever I say that every
time. By the way,
it's an ongoing joke.
Yeah, but by the way, Trump actually said this on live television. Mainstream media was filming it, and we overheard him say, this is just an exercise. What's going on right now is just an exercise.
That's scary.
In other words, it's not even real. That's the way I'd interpret it. It's not real. In other words, it's a psyop. So
you know about Event 201, right? You guys know about Event 201?
I've heard of it. Yeah.
What is Event 201? I don't think I have.
Okay. If we have to go a few more minutes here, I have to bring this up. I do. I actually did a video on this. It's on my a couple of videos about this on the bit shoot that I promote because I got the good shit on there. All right. So here's Event 201. I'm so glad this website's still up. I'm gonna bring it right up. I got it right now. Event 201 was a huge meeting between very rich people back in October of 2019, right before this shit hit. Okay. Oh shit. I fucking just knocked that right off there accidentally. Here we go. Okay. Got it right back. I'm terrible at the screen sharing, guys. I'm not a wizard, I'm not a wizard. Christine knows about this. Christine knows about 201. So Event 201, let me read this. John Hopkins Center for health security in partnership with the World Economic Forum. World Economic Forum, by the way, I've talked about this bastard for a long time. Klaus Schwab, he's the head of that. That guy looks like Darth Vader. He wears weird robes and shit. He wants us all to eat insects, and he said you will own nothing and you will be happy. Like, Klaus Schwab is the most evil, rich motherfucker and head of this World Economic Forum that's ever lived. And all I pray is that guy isn't around much longer because he's old. And
Charles Schwab's still alive?
What?
He's still alive?
Klaus Schwab is still alive.
Crazy.
Yeah, unfortunately. But it said in partnership, first and foremost, Johns Hopkins Center, that, and then we're gonna get real deep here. I'm gonna zoom in on this and we're gonna highlight it. In partnership with the World Economic Forum, Klaus Schwab, evil motherfucker, the Darth Vader of the world, and the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation hosted Event 201, a high-level pandemic exercise on October 18th, 2019 in New York City, New York. The exercise illustrated areas where remember, this is before we knew anything about the virus. Remember this, all right? This is what makes this important. This was before anyone even heard of fucking COVID.
That's when it was still Wuhan.
And it was right before it came out in December. And they didn't even name it yet, the mask sort of thing, nothing like that. But this was hosted by the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. Remember, Bill and Melinda got a divorce. That's interesting. The exercise Epstein. The exercise illustrated areas where public-private partnerships will be necessary during the response to a severe pandemic in order to diminish large-scale economic and societal consequences. So yeah, you see all these crazy fucking elite reptilians sitting around this table, allegedly reptilian, and and that's what it was about. And you can look up a lot on this, but what it was a preparation. It was basically all these rich motherfuckers, these people who own these corporations, these heads. And of course, it was funded by Bill and Melinda Gates, the foundation, which is apparently for charity. Nah, that's all cover up. Just like Ghislaine Maxwell was fighting human trafficking with charity. Oh, what? That's ironic. But what I'm saying is this was preparation. Even Fauci said that the next president would face a pandemic. This was all planned, allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly it was planned. There's no doubt about it, man.
Even Christine said it was all, yeah.
But it's been planned for a long time. Not even way before this. Even way before 2019, I think it was planned.
Dude, no. And I've heard. This shit happens every 37 years. I was listening to a podcast earlier, Tinfoil Hat, a new episode on that. They had this guy on there. He's talking about all this gematria, I think it's what it's called, about numbers adding up with world events and everything, and the way you can predict things and see the past through numbers. And these numbers added up, and it's like every 37 years through generations and centuries that we get hit with something crazy. So the next time is 2058, and that's when he thinks that allegedly the Georgia Guidestones will get us down to fucking 500 million. So Christine says, can we cuss in this chat? Fuck yeah, you can cuss in this chat. Yeah, fuck yeah.
Think about
Christine, if you want to come on backstage or even on the show, you're welcome to, if you have the means to do so. You're a smart person. I'd like to have you here.
If you're 30 years old, think about this, how fucked up the kids are going to be. If you're 25 or 30 years old, you've already gone through Kosovo, you've gone through 9/11, the Iraq War, SARS, HN1 flu or swine flu or whatever that was, and now COVID. It's just like, holy shit, the kids are going to be fucked up. And they're going to be fucked up.
Oh, fucking A. But yeah, you're right, man. You're right.
All we're going to do is put them on fucking antidepressants, and they're all just going to be a bunch of zombies running around that can't even.
Also, big pharma right there. It's all ties back around.
Yeah, and if you're a male and you're on fucking antidepressants, it ruins your sex drive completely. Done.
Well, a lot of people are saying that allegedly these jabs are going to cause sterilization in the next generation or two.
That's the whole point. That's the whole point.
And the 500 million Guidestone. Yep.
I feel like, I know you don't, but I feel like we're overpopulated, man.
I don't at all. I really don't. I think areas are.
Not the states. Not the states. 330
5
million
million.
people.
I
It's
think
not
the resources are
overpopulated
there.
state.
I think we're being kept from the resources we need. We're not overpopulated. There's so much in the world that we as humans could take and use it right, but instead we're getting GMOs, we're getting Monsanto with fucking all their fucking lawsuits and shit with putting poison in foods allegedly and their Roundup shit and all this stuff. And there's so much there. It's lies, dude. The corporations stole
Monsanto's?
everything
Isn't that
from
like-
us. It's not a race thing. It's not a nation thing. It's a human thing. It's a corporation thing. These people, the money, the fat cats, man, they stole everything from us. They sold it to us and they monetized it. And now we can't make our own shit anymore because we're so dependent on them. And
Yeah, no, the
that's
1%,
sad.
the 1% wants us to wake up every day and believe it's okay that if you can save 10% of your paycheck for retirement, that you're ahead. When they're, they can't spend their fucking money. It's just nuts. It's just nuts to me. I can't believe it.
Absolutely,
sometimes.
man.
How hard you can
Christine
work.
said maybe next time I'll join the call. I'm chilling in bed. I'm just glad you're here and you chill out, Christine. I'm glad you're here. And hopefully I'll do a whole show with you sometime if you'd like. That'd be cool.
Your chat's full of Texans and Aussies.
Yeah, I know, man. And yeah, that's
Some of the best people,
badass.
Texans and
That's
Aussies.
badass. Like
Texas, baby.
And our
Texas,
Manchester
baby.
friend, but he's not in tonight.
I don't know that, but yeah, it's
That's,
the horn.
that's a
right?
Texas
Longhorns.
Longhorn. That's a Texas Longhorn.
It looks satanic, to be honest.
But it's not. That's what we do for the Texas Longhorns.
Wolfpack?
That's it. No, it's the Hook'em Horns.
I know. I'm
Hook'em
just
Horns.
messing with you, man.
Hook'em Horns.
Christine says, "Yep." And
Now
they
this is
super
satanic.
says-
No, I'm just kidding.
That's
This one
something
is-
that. Oh yeah, this comment though brings up something that is very interesting. Christine says, "Yep," and they want us in super cities living like slaves. I think Christine knows what I'm about to say here. The super cities that she's talking about, I believe, is the ones that are going to be owned by companies soon. Cities will be owned by companies. It'll be called, instead of Columbus, Ohio, it'll be Amazon, Ohio, or fucking FedEx, Ohio, or something.
Well, look
like that.
at what's
and
by
they will
Billy.
be owned.
Hey, whatever was by Billy with SpaceX was nothing. Elon Musk found that area, found that territory, and basically said, "All right, this is," what did they name it? They named it something space related. It's got a name to it that's SpaceX related. So you got that, and then you got Silicon Valley, which is bam, the tech capital, probably of the world, if not definitely of America. And so that's 100% going to be a thing. I mean, you can look at, like, if you look at any Wikipedia page and you look at a not so big town or city, it'll say like the main areas that people work at. And a lot of times it'll say like 30% or 20% of the people that live here work at that fucking facility. So that facility owns that town. I mean, think about it, the Motor City. Look at Detroit. With
Yeah, man,
automobiles.
the big three.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Austin's slowly. I wouldn't even say slowly. We are a big tech capital, man. Look, Tesla's moving here. They're building a huge facility.
Texas
Samsung is building a facility 10 miles from my house.
That's crazy.
Joe Taylor just
Samsung makes
just east of
everything,
me.
dude.
Rogan lives by
Samsung
you.
makes everything from phones to refrigerators to fucking forklifts, like those fucking not forklifts, even that I'm sure, but like those damn, like they do machinery. They do. It's crazy, man. They're
The
like Sears.
phones,
Sears used to build
everything.
houses.
And
real
Joe
quick,
Rogan
I want to
lives by
say,
you now, Billy. Joe Rogan lives probably within 50 or 100 miles from you.
No, Joe Rogan lives right down in Austin, right off the town, the lake there.
Travis.
Oh, Billy's gonna be on the show.
No, Townley. He
Oh,
lives
I'd
off,
love to see Billy on Rogan, dude. It'd be
Townley.
the best show of all time. We have to get
Lake Austin.
Billy on Joe Rogan. We have to. Look, I will do a GoFundMe or some shit or whatever support to
Oh,
get.
he
Billy
would never
on Joe
have
Rogan.
me. I mean,
I
I'm
know,
nobody,
but that's
you
why
know,
we
but
gotta push for it, and it would be the
I'd
greatest.
love
show
to
of all
be on
time.
his show.
Christine
but
said,
smoke a doobie with him.
Christine said she'd do my show, or she'd at least be on sometime. So that's awesome. And by the way, Christine, I love that you got a dog on the picture. I'm a big dog guy, if you didn't know. My lady Kira, she's back there. She's the biggest sweetheart in this world, and I love dogs more than most people. But yeah, I'd love to have you on, Christine. We're building a great community here. I'm loving this. We're amazing. You all are amazing. I'm over the moon, as they say, for just the amount of just I'm not even saying support, because I don't even think this is about me anymore. I just think it's about us and what we're doing, what we're saying. And if I can be a host to that and I can bring a little bit of awareness, then that makes me feel really, really good. Makes me feel good. You know what I mean? I feel like I'm at least trying, you know, we're all trying. So we don't know what the next step is, though, in order to get this shit taken care of. We're not complying. That's number one. But how do we flip things, you know?
I don't think it's going to get really any easier, because all we do is chatter about it. We essentially make things worse because we kind of dwell upon what the scenario is, but it's tough, man. It's fucking tough.
I don't necessarily think we make things worse, because I think a lot of people need red pilled. You know what I mean? Like, people need to hear this stuff, and it's hard for them. It's very hard. But if we can wake up anyone at all to this shit, then we're doing at least a little bit. You know.
You know what I've noticed? Guys, is that small countries have it the best. They live the best. They're the happiest because there's just nothing to govern. Like if you go into like a place like Monte Cristo down in the fucking Caribbean, it's like 5,000 people and they're all just fucking thrilled to death. They love each other. Life is good. And then, you know, even like Canada, I think Canadians are happy than Americans, Australians, well, for the most part. But like places like America, fucking Russia, China, obviously India, tough to live.
I mean, Australia's going pretty bad in the highly populated areas right now. Australia, they're doing pretty bad.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I say free the weed, and their minds will follow, and everything else follows right in line. I'm just saying, free the weed.
Free the weed. Free the weed.
Free the weed.
Amen. Legalize it.
Hell yeah.
In Texas, when is Texas gonna free the weed?
We're fucking up.
Also, a lot of things can be made from hemp, and they don't like that. It's weird. It's so weird. Like you can't collect rainwater in some states.
Really, it's ridiculous. Like we condone hard liquor, but we're not gonna condone like a plant that honestly can't kill you.
It just grows there.
If you're starving to death, you can't go out and kill a deer because it's out of season, and you're gonna die.
That's crazy.
I'd shoot it anyways. If I was gonna die, I'd just shoot it. I mean, like if I had to do it, I would, man.
Every single thing that we have is governed. For me to flush my toilet or to pour water to take a shower, like you're paying for that what's natural, and it makes sense because you don't want to be poisoned. You want to make sure that the water's fluoridated and has the proper minerals in it. But it's just every fucking
no fluoride. Fuck that shit.
I think probably a small amount of fluoride's all right.
Fuck fluoride. It hardens the pineal gland, and then we can't be woke.
If you look at my people back home in England, all our teeth are bad.
You got nice teeth, Matt.
I know because I'm American.
No,
Did you have braces? Did you get braces? Who here got braces? I had braces.
I had them.
I didn't. I had back teeth removed, and I had a spacer in there. It gave me a lisp for a week when I was in 6th grade. People made fun of me.
I'm 34 and I still wear a retainer.
But I ran with it. Let me talk. Christine. She says I have 2 Shiba Inus. She's seen Kira. That's not a bed. That's my shitty couch. I'm trying to get a new couch soon. But yeah, it's Kira and Shiba Inus. Those are beautiful dogs. They're funny dogs. The Doge, but I hear they're very energetic and sometimes they're fussy, but I love them. They're such cool dogs. Christine also says I'm not complying either. We have to build a parallel society, start our own shit. Well, I agree with that though. The world's not going to get better if we don't wake people up, and that's why I'm not here to do an echo chamber. As much as I love you guys and we agree on things, I would love if people came here and they learned some shit. You know what I mean? They're like, oh shit, I didn't know that. Like maybe I should look into that or something, because we're already there, but
try red pilling your dad. Dude, that's like pulling freaking impossible. Wisdom teeth. I'm just I can't do it. I told you
I told you guys a couple weeks ago that when I saw my mother, she told me about how she got one jab for the C word in one arm while simultaneously getting the other arm jabbed with the flu. And I was like, Mom,
They're calling the flu. They're not even calling it a flu shot anymore. They're saying flu vaccine now. They're changing the definitions. Herd immunity used to be that everyone got sick. They got the antibodies. Herd immunity. Now it's everyone has to get jabbed for herd immunity, or else they're not even taking that shit into account. They're not pushing it. It's literally fascism. It's literally tyranny. It's literally taking over our lives. We have to fucking do something. We have to do fucking something. I'm not saying violence. I'm not saying anything like that. I'm saying we got to find a solution to this. We have to step up. If not, it's getting real bad.
well,
It's
their
getting
warfare
so bad.
is fucked. The fact that they can't make you get in that chair and get that jab is like them saying, well, here's your freedoms. But then if you look at like Turbo Turd scenario or anybody that's up in the Northeast, oh, well, you just can't come here for your livelihood. Oh, you're a gym rat? Yeah, you're not going to be lifting weights. Go outside and jog or go buy your own fucking home gym. Groceries, all right, you're not coming in here even though you need it now. You're going to have to get that shit sent to your door. Your place.
Actually, grocery stores, they're not requiring that shit in grocery stores like Target and Walmart. You know why? Because they need the money.
Yeah.
I was talking about that earlier.
Business,
I was like,
the best thing you can do is not get political. Like, it shocks the shit out of me. A buddy of mine, we were talking about the other day, how Chick-fil-A pulled their stunt with the homosexuals about a decade ago. And people still
I remember that.
People still eat the hell out of that place. Good
I
thing
love
is
Chick-fil-A.
homosexuals only make up about 1% of American society. Of course, you got your
probably less.
Dude, the line every time I drive by Chick-fil-A, the line is wrapped around twice, and they have like 2 drive-throughs.
They have a science to it. You don't even wait to get to the fucking drive-through speaker. They've got somebody like right around where the side of the front of the building is. Say, what do you like? They have an iPad. They're sending it through. So they're going like threefold as far as the people they're getting in and out. They always have plenty of employees, and those little Christian kids, bless their little hearts, they've always got a fucking smile on their face. When I see them, I think, God, you could just so easily as a human be corrupted.
Christine, my whole family's taking these jabs and booster. My dad, I said, Dad, did you take the booster a few days ago? I talked to him. He said, yeah, I took the booster. I'm like, what are you freaking? Like, he says, we're going to have to agree to disagree. I'm like, he just convinced. He's 76 years old. You know,
I'm the only one in my family who hasn't taken it. Yeah.
He's convinced that this is all real. And it's like, you know.
They all are because they only get fed one stream of news. They don't get
watches all the
alternative
CNN
news.
Fox.
And anything that's
crap.
alternative is fake to them, even though what is mainstream is fake. Allegedly.
My sister's fully vaccinated. She still walks around with her fucking mask on, and she's in Texas.
Yes. My parents were like,
Wow.
"Hey, I had a sniffle. I had a sniffle last week. I work out in the cold all the time. My nose runs." But my parents are like, "Well, if you had it, then you couldn't come home for Christmas." I'm like, "You're vaccinated. What are you scared of? You're the one telling me to do it. You're the one telling me that you're protected, that you're not going to get sick and die. Why are you scared of me?"
Do they watch CNN? Are they the CNN type?
Oh, they are. My parents, I love them to death. I have the best parents in the world, but they are brainwashed, indoctrinated for so long that they won't even acknowledge anything else. Trump is the worst thing in the world to them. He's pretty much the Antichrist. He is, everything he does is the worst, even though he didn't really do anything bad but say some stupid shit. Things were good 4 or 5 years ago. Gas prices were low, no wars, good employment, good rates. Inflation wasn't going up. We were energy independent. We were
finally on the machine,
making strong borders.
Well, the powers
now it's all
that
falling
be,
apart for Build Back Better.
Yeah, well, the powers that be, they didn't like Trump because Trump was like, he wouldn't obey. He wouldn't be the puppet they wanted to, keep on a string. He spoke the truth in a lot of ways, and he really.
I'm not saying Trump is perfect by any means. He still pushed the vaccine.
He cares about the people more than any politician I've seen in a long time.
I do agree. He always say it's not for me, it's for America. Look who's here. It's Lowry. Lowry, would you like to come by, Lowry?
Lowry!
The link is in the chat, bro. I can repost it if you'd like to stop by for a minute. I love Lowry. He's my dude.
Me too,
Yeah, Lowry's
man.
legit.
Awesome musician, and really love what he has to say. Yeah, and he's right there in New York City, guys. Right
shit,
there
he's right
in
in the
the
middle of it.
heart of
Right in the
the
epicenter.
tyranny. Right in the heart of tyranny, man. He's there, and he's
Fuck, if Lowry comes on, we're doing 3.5 hours tonight.
let's go,
Fuck my
let's
life.
go. Come
I
on,
was
Lowry,
planning on
please.
doing 1 hour tonight because I'm tired. It looks like he's coming on. Might pop in for a second.
Nice. Hell yeah.
All right, bud. All right. Christine says, okay, so I have a lot of Trump supporter family who are all against the jab and they've recently took it. What the fuck? That's weird. Also, the other side of that, if I can make this point, much like my own family, is whenever this vaccine started under Trump, remember Operation Warp Speed? And he got the vaccine out, and my family were like, oh, I'm not getting the fucking vaccine if it's under Trump. No, fuck that. It's the same fucking shit, but now there's a different president.
Trump doesn't
They're
own
getting
Moderna, Pfizer. He doesn't own them.
Yeah. So like Trump's not like perfect or anything like that. I do like I think I like Trump because he's not an insider. He's not one of the club, you know what I mean? And even people who were political insiders were saying when Trump got elected, like he's not part of a lot of these clubs. He's going to be an outsider. And I like that. But Trump's not perfect at all by any means. But I do prefer him over a lot of the things that are going on.
Trump was a Democrat up until 2012. He switched sides, man. You got to remember he's from New York.
He started calling out Obama for not being legit.
He's a New York guy, like thick and through. That's where he's from. And so, like, even if you claim being a Republican and you're from New York, you still got some liberal.
Yeah, Christine said Trump sold us out to Big Pharma. Yeah,
but the truth is, that's true. Christine's absolutely right. And the truth is, Trump was bailed out by the Federal Reserve chairman at the time for one of his Taj Mahal hotel casinos.
Trump
was bailed out to the tunes of billions of dollars. So, sort of on the hook, playing on the same team. Yes, he is.
Also, he kept Fauci there, dude. Like he didn't fire.
I'm telling
Fauci.
you, this guy is
but
not
I will
a friend.
Say,
now, he's not. The
I will say
people's
this.
Friend. I'm just.
I can't find the video anymore. But
as,
like
as much as we
want
to love him, you know.
Listen, this is hilarious. One of the first times Fauci came out for this pandemic bullshit, and he was on with Trump on the White House press stage or whatever, and he came out, and you know. Fauci's like 5'2" and like 90 pounds, right? Like he's like a midget. And he comes out and Trump, I swear, dude, I can't find this. He is. I can't find this anymore. But he walks out and he starts spewing this bullshit. And then Trump goes to the microphone and he goes, this guy used to play football. I swear I can't find the clip now, but it was the funniest shit.
This guy Fauci, you just want to, hey, this guy Fauci, you either want to grab him and give him a like that, or you want to like give him, grab him by his and give a good wedgie. It's either one or the other.
I think he should,
like a horse.
Yeah, he does. I think he should be tried. Hey, here we go, boys. Here we go. Lowry in the house.
What are you guys doing?
I love your.
Just do a random broadcast in the middle of the week, just like not even telling anybody what you're doing. Just like. Hey,
me?
You guys want to go live right now? Let's go live. Don't you normally do like Mondays or Tuesdays? You do Tuesdays.
Yeah, but you didn't see what happened yesterday, I guess.
No, I didn't because I'm on podcast.
My computer went down, so I did it off my phone, and my rig was. I didn't think I'd even be on tonight, but I woke up this morning after charging my computer all night. It works fine now.
What do you mean charge your computer? You don't have I mean.
No. Okay, so I don't really want to get into the details of this, but there's something fucked up with this computer, all right? Because when last night it had a glitch or something where I had to unplug it, but it still said it was charging, but the battery was decreasing. This happened for the past 2 nights. I think it's where it's getting cold in here. This MacBook has like a stainless steel construction.
So you're out there. You're out in Indiana, so it's like pretty cold. You got some pretty cold weather. Ohio.
Close to Indiana, yeah.
Close to Indiana, so it's like pretty cold. You got that Midwestern cold. I remember
it's about 20 degrees right now. Kids are still out there. Yeah.
When I lived in Kansas City, it's like the weather would drop 50 degrees because there's no ocean to temper. So it's like sucks. So I get it, man. I mean, it's cold.
Lowry,
here,
how
too.
you doing, man? I haven't seen you in a minute, and I'm glad you're here. You're streaming. You're good. You look great. You sound great.
I got plugged in. Thanks, man. Christine says we need to watch Media Bear's song about Fauci from last year. Let me see if I can dig that up. Hold on a second.
No, and Lowry, I don't. I'm
already?
not trying to get strikes, man. I'm not trying to. Like,
All right.
I'm not okay. Well,
Backstage.
okay,
We'll
look
do
it
a
up
backstage.
yourself.
Yeah,
I've been
backstage.
so.
Didn't I give you
Lowry? Lowry,
I gave you a
you
strike
live
last
on
time,
the
didn't I?
edge. You're a loose cannon, bro, and I love you for that. But I've spent 3 hours mincing my words. I can't throw shit up like that now.
No, I got you. I got you. Well, I mean, he may not be copyrighted.
I
He may
say
not be-
allegedly after every sentence.
Yeah, well, that's pretty much what it
I mean,
is,
there's
right?
got to
Like
be
everything.
triggers, obviously, and
Everything
his
is
name,
allegedly.
His name and certain jargon, certain terms are just like automatic fucking bans right there.
Mm-hmm.
They look out for.
Dude, I got a strike on one of Crumb's channels, just straight up. Get this one. One of the strikes he
I
got
thought that was you.
was a
I
copyright.
figured that was you.
No, get this one. The copyright on his channel was when I played one of my songs on his channel. They copyrighted him, even though I was the one that played it and I own the song. That's so
bullshit,
who's
dude.
getting
That's-
paid for
that's
my own
fucking-
song
yeah.
that went? Dude, I was just like,
That's bullshit, dude. That is
I
the
can't believe
system
it.
working
That's
against
crazy.
you 100%. That is sick.
stealing my
That's
own music.
sick.
I can't even play my own song on a show.
You
that
got
I-
struck. You got striked for your song that you played on his channel.
And you gave
That's
him
what you're saying.
permission to do it. That's the whole thing.
Yeah,
you know?
I mean,
But he's not saying that he owns it though. YouTube owns it because they put it up there, so they dictate.
so-
it. That's
yeah.
What if
crazy.
YouTube was like a little like your employer and had like a little dossier journal for everything you did from fucking 2012 when you started your channel to
Mhm. Yeah, it's
2026, and they said, yeah, you know, he wasn't an entire f up, but he got a strike here, there, and it just went down the line because every 18 months he screwed up, and then they just looked at you because over your tenure you got in that much trouble. It's like, look, dickhead, this was a 15-year period.
Yeah.
What if YouTube did that and like secretly and you didn't know it? Because my last employer, they did that shit to me. Like I got written up 4 times in 11 years. It's like you think of it's like 4
And
write-ups.
you know they're gonna keep that shit forever just so they can.
Oh
hammer
yeah,
it.
that's why they make you do it so that when it comes time to hold you accountable, they have the record. You know,
Well,
that's
just
why.
like the injustice system, they keep a tally on all your things that
If you
Yeah.
cheat on your taxes, you're like 90% more likely to get audited in the future the rest of your life.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, my
don't
parents
doubt
get audited like every year. They paid so much fucking money for tax. It's crazy.
Dude, everything we do is
Crazy.
tax. Property tax, sales tax, fucking
I wonder what they're gonna do about I don't see like the IRS coming back. I think it's over. Like they've been ripping people off for years anyway. I don't see them coming back. I mean, it's already clear that this administration is completely puppeted. I don't see them being able to organize an IRS.
Allegedly.
Yeah, well, I mean, look, we all pay taxes on everything that we buy, right? Every time we buy something, we pay taxes. So there's money going into the system to pay for something. You know, the whole income tax thing was illegal from the start. It was complete bullshit. We should never have given up our money on our income.
Social
Everything
Security, fraud.
else should be paid for out of, taxes when you buy stuff. And, but I don't see this administration as completely fabricated. Did you see the picture of Biden today? Behind in his White House film room, you could see a shipyard full of shipping containers on top of the back of a ship. It's like they're not even they're trying to tell you something, or they're just
dude,
being
it's
assholes
subliminal.
or something. Yeah, and it's like you're clearly not in the White House. Everyone knows you're not, and even the press corps knows you're not. So what the fuck is going on? What's
If I can
happening?
find this
'Cause
video,
we'd like
I
to
want
know.
to show you guys this video so bad. Keep going though.
Yeah. I was just saying it's just if you just Google that, you'll find that thing. I get all my best stuff from like this one stream and on up, which is like
No, I'm talking. This is from the official White House page, dude. And
is this the one where he was like, if you don't get vaccinated, you will die, and all of your family will die?
No, I talked
You're
about
going
that
to
earlier.
die.
Though that was my whole stream. Basically, was that. But no, this one was a long time ago. This is
Right.
not even relevant to that. It was. I don't know if there's. They got so many videos, and if I can find it, it would be fucking awesome. But
Have you guys seen that? Like people going to the fucking gas pump and people putting up stickers of Biden saying, "I did that."
I've got some of those stickers in my
I
pocket.
seen.
right
Yeah,
now.
I saw one. Yeah, I took a picture of it. I took a picture of it. Yeah.
Yeah. I haven't hit a gas pump with it yet, but I got a bunch of them for
I
Kansas
did
City
that.
when I was back. I was like, they're going around everywhere. Everybody's got them.
I did fucking see one of those just like a week and a half ago, man.
Hold on just a second. I'll be right back. I got something else too.
Hey guys, I bought gas today. I filled up the tank for $2.57 here in Round Rock, Texas. That's not bad. I mean, of course, it was way cheaper when Trump was president. But yeah, I mean, it was way cheaper before. But I mean, it's not. At least it's not $5 a gallon like they're paying in California. You know,
Dude, 2004. I remember when it was $4.07 a gallon. Fucking ridiculous.
I remember that. I remember $4 a gallon.
Let me just show you what I just pulled out of my what's in my pocket right now. Okay.
What's in your pocket?
I love that.
That I have that.
Funny.
I have this. I have this. This is just my. This is just
with
my
the NASCAR.
This is just one little swipe of my pocket in one of my jackets. You know, like if this.
Damn, dude, you are set.
This is I mean, this is just one of my jackets. All of my jackets have these things in it.
Dude, Lowry is a fucking patriot,
legend.
dude.
I don't fuck around.
Lowry's a fucking patriot.
Legend. I don't fuck around. But yeah, I've yet to. I'm gonna put this one up somewhere like very, very prominent in the neighborhood. That's just one of my pockets. That's not even count like my big stash
That's one
of like.
pocket.
Yeah, Dave Weiss sent me a bunch of shit like just to like totally just ramp the neighborhood up. So, and I've been watching some of the stickers I've been putting up, and the ones that I put up about like either vaccine stuff or you know, I won't say the V word, but let's say masks, you know, that sort of thing, whatever. Anyway, there's always people trying to peel them off. I'm like, are you really that fucking pissed off that you got fucking fooled into wearing a mask and shooting shit in your veins that you're gonna rip stickers off the walls? Like, that's not right. It's like that meme, that one fucking meme of like the brainwashed liberal. What's that go? Right, that's the one. Yeah, it's that one. It's that one. Yeah. So I'm like, it's just, you can see it. It's so easy to see in this neighborhood. It's like, it's so obvious. It's straight out in front. And I feel sorry because they truly do feel mad about something they don't even understand. Yeah. And how are you supposed to explain it to them? It's like, you know what? You just take a deep breath. Just take a deep breath. Sit back. You know, and just be okay with you got lied to and like start over again. Just restart. Yeah. Just restart. Get over your ego. Get over your fucking ego, whatever you were talking about.
Yeah, dude, that's a big deal is ego,
Restart.
man.
Restart, dude. And then you'll be happier. You'll actually will be fucking happier because you'll be like, all right, I was wrong. All right, whatever. I'm just going to like go home and sleep it off. Come back and be like, and none of us are going to be mad at you. If you just come back and be like, I was wrong. Mm-hmm. But it's ego. It's like my way.
A lot of people don't want to admit they're wrong, man.
My professor, my Marxist professor in college says it's. And I'm like, yeah, but you know what? He's probably got a tiny dick, and he's fucking feeding you that bullshit. He's probably trying to fuck you when you're in college, you little crazy little fucking whatever you are. Wow. You know, so it's like, I mean, allegedly. Can you believe that was just out of one pocket? And I've got like 6 jackets with shit in it. So
he's got like 18
But where do you get those stickers? Where do
Dude,
you get them?
Going between Flattober and like other events, you know, and stuff. And like, these are my friends. I mean, this is my tribe now. This one's pretty fucking rad, dude. I mean, I'm just like, look at that. No one knows what to do with that one either. It's like,
Lowry, I hope I'm part of your tribe, bro. You're part of my tribe. You're part of the Hoffcast tribe. All you guys here are.
It's a tribe, dude. And it takes a hot minute to figure out who your tribe is because like you got to fight through all the bullshit.
And we might not agree on everything. Let's get that straight. But we're all on the same wavelength, and we can disagree on things. But it means we're still in the same same
we can
tribe.
Still talk. And we can still talk about stuff.
Yes, and
we all believe in freedom.
A lot of people think as soon as you disagree with someone, fuck that person. No, that's not what we should do. We should be talking. We should be friends. And that's awesome that we're all in that same group. We're all learning from each other. Yeah.
Having a chat, like just open it up and like, you know what? Guess what? Once you have a chat, everything gets
cheers
better.
to that.
Yeah, cheers.
Yeah. Cheers, mates. Cheers, mates.
What do you drink? You got an IPA? I'm sorry, I was putting down IPAs earlier.
No, this is a Torpedo IPA.
I've never had
I was talking shit on IPAs earlier. I'm sorry, man. But
I'm not chilling on syrup.
No, we were doing the right thing by talking shit about IPAs. Those guys are full of shit. They don't know what they like.
Yeah.
Lowry, he knows his shit.
Honestly, I randomly just grab what looks good when I go into the store. I'm just like, okay, I want that tonight, or I want this. You know, sometimes I drink fucking Budweiser heavy, Bud heavy, like banana beer.
Start
You'll never
overnight.
drink Budweiser again or think of Budweiser the same way once you learn of it as banana beer. Just remember that. So next time you have a Budweiser proper, big fat one, big Bud heavy, remember banana beer and then thank me later. And then you'll either never drink it again or you will because you'll understand what I'm talking about.
I think I understand what you're saying.
It tastes like bananas.
There's so much better beer out there to drink than Bud Red.
Yeah,
or Bud
it's
Heavy.
true. It's like if you're drinking
I
Bud
never
Heavy,
noticed
it's
that.
like,
I'm drinking
I don't
Bud
want
Ice,
to-
guys. Hey, I'll be honest with you. Bud Ice is not bad. I'm just saying. It's better than regular Budweiser, if you ask me. It's stronger a little bit.
Billy, he takes those things down like
He does.
Coca-Cola, man.
I drink 120 ounces of beer a day. I'm just saying.
That's legend.
That's just normal.
I mean,
Badass.
You can
Like a
beer is
gallon of
beer is
beer.
easy, dude. And then you eat dinner and you start over again. It's like drinking water. Just, you know.
Yeah, I'm an alcoholic. My name is Hoff, and I'm an alcoholic. And there we
Cheers.
go. I love when Billy shows
The
it off.
booster.
This is
This is my booster.
It's the booster shot.
The booster. I'm taking my booster there, Dr.
Oh yeah, there you go. That
Fauci.
Bud Ice. Oh, jeez, you're a brave man. You must have an
He is.
acquired
He's
taste.
Not bad. You get used to it. I'm just saying. You get used to it.
I don't
That's
know.
college
I
party
love
beer right
Rolling
there.
Rock. It's hard to find. Rolling
That's
Rock's
college
hard
party
to
beer.
find, man.
Mhm.
Well,
I mean,
Billy,
I like
he
the
is a
I like the
Billy
big
is a party. All right.
Yeah.
This
Billy
is
is
me.
a party.
I really
Every-
appreciate that you actually put it in your mug. I appreciate that. That's like,
Well, yeah, man. Look,
You're a
I
little
used to
more-
drink it out of a straw, but I got like really messed with.
Yeah, it's not so savage when you put it in a mug. At least it's not coming out of that can, right?
They say you get drunk faster off a straw. I don't know if it's much bullshit or not.
Yeah. You
And
guys
you
ever
don't
see
get
this?
the cavities, you know.
You guys ever see this one? Can you see
Oh,
that?
that's true.
Remember this one? Can you read it?
Can you get closer? Let me full screen you. Let me full
Yeah,
screen
right
you.
there. Can you see it
All
now?
right,
That's better,
hold on.
better, right?
I gotta.
Look at that one.
Yeah.
That's one of my favorites.
Smoke, painting, mining, radioactive.
Oh, I like this.
Pesticides, civilian.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That shit.
that is so true. That is
Yeah.
exactly the
Yeah.
truth, man.
I mean, come on, man. It's just like, how many common sense things do we have to put in front of people until that they realize that they've been had? Nobody wants to admit that they've been had. They just
I know,
like
man.
they can't take a step back from it and be like, you know, everything I've been told was wrong. I mean, we went through the same thing. I did. I went through the same
So
thing.
many people
too.
are so deep now, though, with 2 jabs and a booster.
I know.
You
The
they're
more you
so
get
deep that
the more
they
you
have
get committed,
to roll with it now.
You get to like
know?
They're
3 or
hooked.
4.
They're hooked.
Yeah, but it's not even as good as heroin. It's like, dude, I want some more. It's not even that good. It actually just feels bad and kills you. But I want more. I want more. It's like, what kind of
Allegedly.
Allegedly. I mean, dude, really, it's like, how many is it going to take? How many like new Greek alphabets is it going to take for somebody to be like, are they fooling me again? Are we doing this again?
Yeah.
I want the Zelda variant.
What's the next one?
Oh,
hey
I
guys,
love
what's the
Zelda.
next
Dude, I
one?
had it pulled up last night. I had
My
the
last
whole
dog
Greek
was
alphabet
named
pulled up.
Zelda, man. She
But
was
it's
a
like they skipped over a bunch of things and like, okay, which one did I pull up? So it was like okay, so what happened with you know, we had, hold on a second. This is so like, okay, so there was never an alpha. There was just Corona, and then there was COVID, and then we had Delta. But they skipped alpha, beta, and
I
gamma.
saw one earlier that said Mu on it, and I didn't even
Oh,
hear
dude.
that.
They
I brought it
skipped-
up on one of my articles, and it said Mu variant. I didn't even hear about it.
Yeah,
We
but
can't say beta
I think
because
Shane mentioned
that
it once,
downplays
but
the strength of it.
yeah. So you have
You're
Delta.
like
you
a
have,
beta cuck.
yeah, Delta, and then you have, well, they skipped Epsilon. Epsilon was bullshit, I guess, to them because they didn't want to use that. Zeta, they didn't want to use that one either. Eta, Theta, Iota, Kappa, Lambda, Mu, Nu, and then there's Z. They didn't want to use that because that's the name of the guy from China.
Pi.
But then you get Omicron. He's like, oh, that's the one we're going to use. That'll really scare them. Omicron. I'm like, no.
Why is this all
fuck
Greek
you.
words? Why are these all Greek words?
Because these people are psychopaths. That's what it is. They just want
Why
to
are
use
they?
something.
I know. Why are they Greek words? I used to know the whole Greek alphabet. It was
Because
like
they're-
alpha, beta, gamma, delta. You know, it went on. I used to know the
Because
whole
they're a bunch of
fucking thing. I learned it in
psychopathic
school,
fucking motherfuckers, and they think these words sound crazy or scary. Omicron is coming next.
but-
Well, then, but they're not going to use
Dude, you
pi.
sound like Optimus Prime.
They won't use
Fucking
pi or
Thor.
rho or sigma or tau or epsilon or phi or
Omicron
chi.
Prime.
Psi. They'll probably go straight to omega. The last one will be in a world where Omicron doesn't work anymore. Now you have omega. You know, they're going to get that one right. And then there's a whole new batch. Like,
Coming this dark winter.
If it's lowercase alpha, that means it's going to speed faster and spread to more people. It's just dumb. The whole thing's fucking dumb. And there's nothing you can actually fucking work on with this and make it actually make sense. You just realize that eventually something's got to break down in the mind of the NPC and be like, I think we've been had. Because, I'm not
the
sick.
NPC, though, the NPC will never wake up, man. I don't believe. Because that's why it's called the NPC, non-player character.
Non-player
These people, I don't know, man. I'm scared of that. That's what I'm scared of, is the brainwashing more than anything. I think we are strong. We know what's going on. We know what's happening. But I'm scared of the brainwashing and this propaganda that's going on. It's really, really scary, man. And now they're forcing stuff. It's literally forcing. It's like shoving your head into the fucking ground and saying, eat the dirt until you do what I say.
Yeah.
It's scary
Can you
shit.
imagine? Can you imagine being a child?
Oh my god!
It's awful as a child right now.
The
running around with these masks on are gonna fuck them
I'm
up
so
for years.
lucky I'm old.
Well,
Yeah,
we're
I mean,
of
I'm
age
so
where we
lucky I'm old.
understand. We're like a year apart, and we've seen best of both worlds. We saw like pre-PC
Yeah,
and then
I
like
agree, man.
post-PC. So like come about 2002, 3 is when shit just really started to get goofy as far as
or
the
Y2K.
PC, the PC shit going on and television shows
I
started
think
to
that
change.
a lot of people say that was Common Core, like the way they were starting to teach the kids out of, actually thinking for themselves, and it's sort of like this backwards math. And
The
all this
Common
shit.
Core shit is bullshit. But yeah, Matt, you're right though, man. I've thought of this before myself many times about how if we're similar age, we grew up before it, and we got to get a taste of that sweetness before everything became digital and digitized the internet. And when the internet came out, I was like, holy shit, Jeff Gordon has a website. I used to like NASCAR. I was like, it took 10 minutes to load an ad, and I got to see his face for a second. I'm like, fuck this shit.
Dude.
Now look where we are, man. It's crazy how far we've come, dude. You just blew my mind bringing that up. Like bringing up those memories and shit.
Remember being in grade school, and I'm going to try to keep this as mild as I can because this is already non-PC, but you would look at your buddy and you say, don't be gay. You didn't mean don't be a homosexual.
Right.
What you meant was be like the rest of us and don't be weird so we don't have to pick on you.
Right.
Because you don't wanna be-
yeah, you're right. Okay, now that's a whole different discussion, but you're completely right about that.
About politically correct movement of like things.
Yeah. And then, past we hit Y2K and it's like, don't say that. You're actually coming from a place of hate. And it's like, oh God.
Actually, I'm not coming from a place of hate, but if somebody's being retarded, I will say you're being fucking retarded. I'm going to say that.
100%,
So it's what it means. It means you're acting like you're slower. Your
I
brain
agree
is
with
acting
that.
slower,
I
which is
agree.
retarded. You're acting retarded.
Yep.
I'm not talking.
I
I'm not
agree.
making fun of the retarded kids down the street.
I
I'm not doing that.
I know what you mean, man. I know
I'm the
exactly
same way.
what you all mean.
Hey, Christine's had a lot of I'm gonna say a shout out to Christine. She's like in the chats all the time.
She said she wanted to be on my show soon, or at least join backstage next time. But she's just chilling tonight. But yeah, I'd love to have Christine. She's right on the level. Awesome. I'm so glad to have her. I'm so lucky to have you guys here. I really am. I know I say that all the time, but I mean it. I mean it fully. You guys are the fucking best people. You're the salt of the earth. You're my friends.
Salt
You're my
of the
brothers.
earth, so
And
based.
It's a base.
Is that an insult or is that a compliment?
No, that's great.
I
It's
don't
great.
know.
It's actually great.
Okay,
It's a lot of gravy
okay,
on here.
good.
So those are some comments out of the bear world, out of Owen Benjamin's world, like just borrowing but based. I think that came out of there.
Owen
It came out
Benjamin's
of-
my dude.
It
I
came out
like
of some of
Owen. I
that.
don't know, but-
Some of those people. It's just like a lot of the vocabulary that's developing is coming out of that culture. I'm not saying that Owen invented a lot of that, but it just sort of came with like all the bouncing back and forth between who he talks to. I'm not a bear. I'm not like it's just whatever he gets up to. But there's a lot of people that are in my world that are in that world, and they kind of cross over. So like that vocabulary crosses over, and being based is basically just being commonsensical to me. It's just like, are you using discernment? Are you practicing discernment walking down the street? And if
That's
something doesn't make
beautiful. That's
sense,
a
are you
beautiful
saying it
phrase.
or not? That's what
I've
it
seen
is.
that
Are you
service all over the
practicing
internet.
discernment? That's a beautiful fucking phrase right there, man.
Base
That
is all over
that is amazing. I want a shirt that says, "Are you practicing discernment?" That's
A lot of people wouldn't have any idea what you're talking about. But
Base
I mean,
is all over the
real quick. Christine says I can join. She wants to be on the show, and
Let's
I want her
go.
on the show.
Let's
Not tonight. I don't think tonight. I think she's talking about the future. She's chilling
okay.
tonight. If she wants to be on tonight, she can. But
Yeah,
if
we can
not,
we can
that's
do, like,
fine.
some
In
backstage
the future, but you
Then
can
we can
join
show, then
from
we can
your
show
phone.
some stuff.
I wanted to be clear with her that
I mean, it's only
Christine.
Yeah, I'm
Christine,
on my phone.
You can join from your phone, and she says I don't have to have a setup. No, you can. If
You
I
just do a
put the
phone.
link in there, the StreamYard link in the chat, all you do is tap on that, and it'll come right up, and you can just follow it from there. It's real simple, and yeah, I'd love to have you on.
You can even give yourself a silly nickname like I did.
We
Santa
need to-
Claus
Or
is
I did.
We gotta do that video soon, Hoff. Like we gotta go through.
Yeah,
that video.
the one I know, man. It's been in
There's
the
so
back
much
pocket
gravy.
for a minute.
There's so much
Yeah.
gravy in that one, dude. It's like
I got
everything
another
that we
one.
know- Yeah.
Go ahead, man.
I was just gonna say everything that we know about that's happening right now somehow ties into that Phil Schneider video, and there's a few others that came after that. It's just there's so many parallels. It's almost like that was a seed, and that was like somebody that was experiencing something that he got his fingers blown off, and he had a hole in his chest. Something happened to him down there, and who knows what that was? Who knows what it was or whatever? But that shit, that Southwest desert area is full of magic and mystery, and I don't know. Maybe I'm just mystified by it, and that's why I like the story. But there's just so many stories that attached to today's parallels and narratives. I'm like, we got to go through that video. I mean,
Lowry, you're a guru, my man.
Doing it for a long time.
I got another video. I had a video. I'm not gonna get into it tonight, but I got one in my back pocket. I've literally had for every stream for the past 6 streams, but I've never got into it because I know if I do, I'll spend 3 hours on that alone.
Oh yeah.
And it's
wormhole,
the
huh?
dead internet theory. Have you guys heard about that?
What's it called?
No.
The dead internet theory. So basically, the internet used to be like YouTube. Anyone could put what they wanted on there, and now it's all owned. It's ads and everything. You get on Twitter, and everyone's just saying the same thing. All the comments. You see it in my own stream tonight with the bots.
Right.
So basically, allegedly, about 70% of the internet now is just bots. It's AI. It's controlled. It's
I could buy
it's
that.
fake that's feeding into it. And I've watched 3 hours of this shit. These videos that are so deep, that go into it so much, they're so red pill. Dude, you watch this shit, it's so red pilling. I could do 3 hours easily on that shit alone.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to get into it tonight, but the dead internet theory, dude, I'd like to get into that, especially with you, Lowry, sometime. because
We'll get
that'd be
into it. I'll
fucking
tell you
awesome,
what's saved me from that, because I know there's probably a lot of that. They also talk about what's the black internet, or the internet where you go to see the
Dark web.
shit.
Dark web.
But here's the thing. This is what keeps me really good and based with our tribe. I actually went out and met people on 6 different occasions to giant events. They're actually real people walking around. So a lot of the people that I haven't met you guys yet somewhere on a live setting, but I've been to places where they're actually these people that I'm talking to. They exist. I've seen them with my own eyes, shaking their hands, had beers with them, had a great time with them. They do exist. So that's where your discernment point is. It's
are you saying I don't exist?
Not yet. I haven't met you,
Here's
but I'm
my
pretty
perception,
sure. I'm pretty
and I
sure
can
you exist because
simplify
you also
this.
talk to Crumb, and so we have
Yeah.
a triangular little conversation. So and you did remember my name, and you're picking up on my little
Lowry, I'm
thing.
not even sure if I exist myself, so I don't blame you for questioning it.
There's some of that. There's some of that. But you know what? I prefer to believe that we are here, and that you guys are over there, and that eventually, we'll probably cross paths at some point in time. And I actually tested it. I went out and I did 6 major, call them truther events, whatever you want to call them, in the last year and a half, and everybody checked out. Now, maybe is there some undercover shill in there? Who gives a fuck? I don't care. It's I don't think you get your rite of passage until you get called a shill, right? So it's but none of us, everyone that I've met is just pretty much based level, a lot like us. Just we use common sense, we walk through the world, and we discern well, and we say that's kind of fucked up. That doesn't make any sense. And then we talk about it.
Crazy, man. Lowry, is the fact that sometimes I used to get a lot of dislikes on my channel. I used to get some hate messages. I talked about that earlier. And now all my streams, are this group, and everything I get is all likes, no down likes, and I think we've kind of weeded the people out. You know what I mean? That there's fucked up people.
Maybe you've rounded the turn. You've rounded the turn. Maybe you're up to.
And I
like,
think I hope so, but I still don't trust YouTube, regardless.
Yeah.
But
if you start reaching too many people, they're going to shut you down. They're going to censor you no matter what. Like if you touch the nerve too much of the enemy, they.
But we already know each other.
shadow
And that's
banned.
fucking
You get
awesome.
shadow
We've done this now, so we have this group. Matt,
Yeah.
go ahead.
I was gonna say YouTube is a very slow cancellation process. They don't want to beat it all down on you at once because you regurgitate all that information and you have a little
They tried to
checklist
me.
of points to say, okay, they fucked me over with all this. What
Right.
they do is they slowly implement everything that they have in the back of their mind that they want to do. So they'll throw in, this little sanction here. You get comfortable with it and say, oh, damn it. They did that 6, 7, 8 months later. Then they implement something else. A year later, something else. And before you know it, you get to the point to where we're at now. And YouTube is such a different monster than it was 10, 12 years ago.
Oh, dude.
Like,
When it,
it
dude,
used
I
to be
mean,
the Wild Wild West.
Yeah, dude. I remember the Wild Wild
That's
West.
why I
If there was
always said yes. It
anything-
was like the Wild West.
I
Man.
loved it, dude. I mean, 2012 to 2014.
Everyone was fair, balanced. It wasn't owned by
epic.
Who had a MySpace page?
Epic. I had a MySpace page.
I had one too.
Top
Yeah,
eight.
I think I still have it. I just don't know how to log into it anymore.
Me
'cause I forgot
too.
my
I
password.
I thought
never
Tom
canceled
was
it.
really my friend, man.
Yeah, right. Tommy boy.
Tom,
Get over
he's
here,
like,
man.
he's like,
really
he's
my
like,
friend.
oh, was he?
Get me a
Tom's
beer.
Like, ah! Is that what he is?
Yeah, that's whatever.
It's so funny. He's got a little chalkboard behind him. I mean, I don't like.
Iconic.
2012 and 2014, 15. That was epic because that's like really when I dropped into like all the heavy topics, and they were still they actually YouTube would deliver them to me, as opposed to now they cipher everything away that would possibly be interesting to me, except for like sports videos and cat videos and like everything else and the mainstream news. So obviously I got bought off. But what I managed to walk away from in YouTube is all of my subscriptions are still intact, even if some of those channels got canceled. I was able to at least have a file of like 300 or 400 channels of like people dropping huge gravy and like doing mega truth, right?
Huge gravy.
Yeah, and you're just so glad. Like I'm glad we got a chance to see that, because it's like now YouTube is impossible to navigate. You have to know almost the search word exactly down to like the letter just to get even close to like who you want.
I would
to
never
watch.
even think that I'd have 3 gentlemen like you on my streams ever to find this, let alone that we're here. I mean, I applaud you guys for finding me. I found Crumb actually. And that's how you guys found me. But like, it's like we gotta find our way around it. We gotta figure out our own way to get around this shit.
I found you through High Impact Flicks. It was High Impact Flicks sent me to Crumb.
I like that
and then
guy.
That's where I found you. Yeah, me too. High Impact Flicks tells the truth, and that's why he is shadow banned.
What's his name? Brian, right? It's
Brian, and he's got
like 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon.
567,000 subscribers, or somewhere around there, and it doesn't grow. And I watch it every not every day, but
he's still on YouTube somehow. Like he managed to do it. Mark Sargent has managed to stick around YouTube, which is really surprising. He's gotten a couple strikes.
Christine said same.
Jaronism is surprisingly still on YouTube somehow. I don't know how that's happened because like he's pushed it a lot, and we've said a lot of things on a lot of those channels. So it's like I don't know how people get kicked off there. I could see how Karen B and Stavely, sometimes they just say it a little over the top and say too many of the words that get the AI pick up on the words. And maybe that's why she got kicked off. I don't know. But there was a lot of channels that got, in the last year, I watched channels going down left and right.
Like you said, Lowry,
right.
the more people that are watching them, the more they're going to be on top of that channel.
Yeah, because
they
it's
want to
flags.
keep their narrative going, and if
Exactly.
people like us, like have a lot of subscribers, like million or whatever, 100,000, whatever. That's a big deal.
Guys, I gotta say this. I'm definitely ending this at 12:30. We'll hang out backstage if you want for a few, but I'm ending the live stream at 12:30. I want to ask you guys before we go. Do you want to plug anything? Do you want to say anything before we go? We'll go clockwise. Billy the Kid. Anything that you want to plug? Your channel? You want to say?
Everybody
your
knows
piece?
my joke. Billy the Kid Norwood. Okay, all one word on YouTube, and don't be shocked. But it's just, yeah.
I like your
but,
beach videos, man.
Oh yeah, that's one of my things is beach. Like I have a theme. It's the beach videos. It's Austin, Texas area, and it's beach videos, Austin, Texas area. In Rush, some part of it. Yeah, the band Rush. I mean, I used to be in a Rush tribute band for many, many years. And,
Nice.
He's a sick guitar player. Sick as fuck.
I'm not anywhere as good as Lowry, but
I mean, if you're doing Rush covers, you're probably a pretty good guitar player.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you right now, I couldn't play it note for note. Like a lot of it I could, but a lot of it I couldn't. Like
Thank you.
So I'm just saying it wasn't perfect, but I was just beginner guitar player when I started playing in this Rush tribute band. Like I had 2 years experience, and my first song I learned was Limelight.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was my first song.
Every guitar player had their Rush phase. Every single one. I had my Rush phase too.
You have to. Alex Lifeson is so good.
Yeah.
Especially if you're a drummer. If you're a drummer, then you especially have a Rush phase.
Oh yeah.
Rest in peace, Neil
I
Peart.
met the drummer, and he had learned how to play drums by listening to Rush and emulating them.
It's hard to learn to play drums listening to Rush. That's like a big mountain to climb right there.
Yeah, you want to take on Neil Peart as your first drumming? Like, it's like, whoa, dude, that's a lot.
Bonham would be easier.
This guy can play it. Look, if you watch the videos that I put up, this guy, like,
I know,
I'm the only one that really
talented.
messes up. I mean, everybody else is like.
I didn't hear any mess ups, but yeah.
I know.
So Billy does streams all the time. He does like 9-hour streams sometimes. He's gonna be your best buddy in the world.
9-hour stream.
I've done a 24-hour stream before, believe it or not.
I was.
Were you on coke? Were you on narcotics?
No, sir. No, I think I just had drank so much and just I don't know.
But Billy's everyone's best friend. I'm gonna start calling you Uncle Billy. All right? Can I call you Uncle Billy?
That's a heavy duty
No,
stream.
Uncle Billy.
All right, fair enough.
No, I don't think so. But we'll talk about it. We'll talk about it, okay? In the backstage.
It didn't feel right when I said it anyway, so I don't like it.
We'll talk about it in the backstage,
I don't like it. It didn't feel right.
That's funny though. Like Uncle Ted, right? Like we all, Uncle Ted.
He's not your gonna touch you, Uncle Billy. He's just your
I know, that's why it didn't feel right. Matt, do you have? I know you don't really do.
I don't
much.
have anything to plug.
I think you should though.
The only thing I can throw out is if Billy, if you can drop Lowry's link for his channel. I've only caught two of Lowry, one or two.
Yeah,
for some reason my YouTube channel is really difficult to find. I don't know why. It's mostly about music. I don't do a lot of like truth talk on there. It's just songs. I've got some like videos and some imagery behind a lot of my music about that. But
he's got great shelves. The place he lives is beautiful. He has great shelves, but also his music is fantastic. And that's first and foremost.
Yeah, I mean, I would say LowryMusic.com is like, if you want to check it out and do that.
That's what I'm going to post. Let's see, LowryMusic.com.
Yeah. Old school website. I've had it since 1999. So,
damn,
one of those old ones.
Prince
Somehow managed it. Yeah.
Told the test of time. It's impressive.
Yeah. I mean, it's a lot of 20 years of music. 20 years of music. And then when the music got shut off from this stupid pandemic, then I had to bring it all back home and do the studio thing, trying to write some new music, and who knows if I get to play more shows. We'll see. Right now, not being jabbed doesn't look good, but we'll see. Maybe they'll let me go into a club and play.
Lowry, I've got a recording booth right there.
Yeah,
I think I will say this. Well, that's cool.
Yep.
Well, there you go.
I will say this. I think we're going to see a pushback when it comes to these mandates. I think you're going to see a lot of businesses not requiring it and trying to fight against the man, and they're gonna flourish as long as we can like fight it and do lawsuits and kind of take them down.
Well, like you said, COVID's bad for business, 100%.
It is.
At the end of the day,
businesses are there for profit.
They look at their wallets. They look at their wallets at the end of the day. They're just like
killing the economy, killing the little man. The little man, the corporations
That's
can
what
stay
it's all
open,
about.
but the little
Target
man,
and
you have to
Walmart
close. Look, that
open.
shit comes to Texas again. I'm gonna tell you right now. We ain't playing around. I ain't gonna tolerate it again.
No, we'll be
freaking
fine,
way.
Billy. Habit's not going to do that to us.
All
I'm
right,
telling
3.5 hour fucking stream tonight. Longest Hoffcast I believe
Gentlemen,
I've done. It's been
I'd love to
fucking
join you
awesome.
afterwards too, but I'm gonna pop off. I just wanted to
Oh,
come in
well,
and say
thanks
hi
for
anyway.
joining,
so.
Lowry. I
Yeah,
appreciate you, man. And next week I want to do a year in review stream. If you'd like to join, we can talk about the year
If you
in
do it,
review.
if you're gonna do it on Tuesday, if you do it on Tuesday, I
Yeah,
never have
because
enough time.
yeah, well, okay. Well,
If
if
you
you
like a
can't
Thursday,
stop by,
if you do like
you
a
might-
Thursday one or
Thursday's
Wednesday
good
one,
for me too. It's up to you, but we could do your Tuesday and then we'll do a Thursday too.
yeah, do your
It's up to
Tuesday short, and then I can pop in and say hi on Tuesday for like 15 minutes because
You
I'm
asked
always
me
busy.
to do 2 streams. If you guys show up, I'll do 2 streams.
I'll be there.
But you
Yeah,
guys show up.
I'll be
Yeah,
there.
and we need to show up with some material too, like some actual.
Okay, everybody.
in-review
So
material.
everybody has something to donate. Okay.
Christine says, "Thanks, guys. It's always nice to hear logical
Thanks,
people. That's
Christine.
why
Cheers.
we're here." And Christine, you're very logical, and I hope to have you on very soon. I'd love to have you on. You're also logical people.
All right, I love you guys. I'm popping off.
Cheers.
All right, Lowry. Thanks.
All
Have
right,
a night, bro.
Thank you for being
Merry
here,
Christmas,
brother.
Lowry.
Yeah,
Happy
happy
holidays,
holidays
my
to
man.
you guys too.
Yeah, Merry Christmas. That's another thing I wanted to tell everybody. It's Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays. Larry, have a good time there. And de Blasio says he does not want to shut the economy down again. So we'll see.
No, but he wants to put us all non-jabbers in prison, so fuck him.
I don't like that at all. And I heard about that January 6th. It's in committee and this and that.
It's never. There's no fucking way that happens. If that happens, he will have a riot.
If that happens, we're talking. That's like the
now
ultimate.
we're in official Orwell at that point.
Oh, that would definitely be rioting time. Yeah, but maybe that's what they want. I don't know. Anyway.
Maybe they do.
All right, Billy, we're heading out, man. We're going backstage, Billy. We can yell at each other. Yeah, fist bump you all. Cheers
later,
to you
brother.
all.
Cheers.
Awesome. Thank you all for being here tonight. I came on. I was thinking I'm going to do an hour because I'm tired. I got one more day of work left before Christmas vacay, and I was just like, I'm just going to do it. But guess what? You guys elevate all this shit to the next level every time I come on. You guys are the real heroes here. You are the show. It ain't me. You guys are awesome. I love you all. I hope you have a Merry Christmas. Like I said, I'm going to do a podcast soon, so I will update you on that. But first, most importantly, just have a good time. Don't argue with people this holiday season. Just try to enjoy it and get through it, and we'll try to figure shit out here next year, I guess. Yep. So I love you all. Thank you all for being here. I appreciate all my guests more than you know. Hoff signing off. Cheers to you.
Cheers,
all.
everybody.
Cheers, man.